Hi, friends. Ooh, just a second. I have to mute my. That has never happened. Sorry, friends. Sorry about that. Ooh, I think that's good now. We'll see what's happening. That has never happened before. Let me make sure. That's why. Okay, that's better. Sorry if I just made you all deaf. I had muted the mic, and then when I left the studio that I'm on right now and came back, the mic came back on. So sorry. That was ear splitting, but now I fixed it. So I apologize for that. If you guys had your volume up really high and I just made you all deaf, I apologize. But I think we're good. I know that it might have been a little delay hopping on Facebook because I just came and hooked this up quickly. I was upstairs, just literally washed and dried my hair quickly so I could get on here because I've been working away on the kits. So very excited about that. And hi, Adam. Hello, my friend from England. Hello, everybody. Kathy, Brenda, Cheryl. How you guys doing? How was your week? Hi, Kari, Laura. This was crazy this week. Anyone else feel like I don't know how we're on Friday already? I seriously don't know how this week went as fast as it did. I don't know. Am I alone with that? Or did anyone else feel like this week it's like it's Friday? How did that happen? So I have lots to share with you. And then tonight it's going to be, I'm going to make some cards, but you could definitely make a layout from this as well. I probably will do lots of stamping, so they'll have little bits and pieces left. So you could create any kind of art that you want. But I thought today would be fun, or tonight would be fun, to use the card set that comes with color study, or the card set for color study. So I grabbed mine out, and then I grabbed the Hello stamp set, this one. Eek. And lots to talk about. This week has been, I finished the travel album. I am almost finished the summer flip book with layouts. So I laid it all out. I really love it. It turned out really fun. So I'll share a little bit of that tonight. This is what I was working on for the last couple of days. Everything's reversed, right? So I'll share that. And then I ordered gel plate stuff. I have tons of stuff coming. So, and then my new release is going to be announced on Wednesday. So that's super exciting. Lots of stuff has been going on, like crazy amounts of things. And I was just making all week and spending some time with Dev and doing all of the things. So how did you guys spend your week? Was it crazy in your house? You love my earrings? Thank you. I bought them on Shein. Isn't that funny? I bought them on Shein. So yeah, I did that. And then I have my little, so I have my rainbows for the whole month of June to celebrate Pride. But it's very subtle today, right? So subtle today. It's not the whole rainbow outfit. But Karen is working on report cards. Yes, she would be doing that because she's a teacher, right? It's all that time. And friends, I just ordered literally, I think, about 20 new pairs of earrings. I have to clean all of that out. But I should really do a whole mini album on just my jewelry. And then I could do one on just shoes because I love them. I have rainbow shorts on tonight too, and I'm really excited. I found denim shorts with embroidered rainbows on them. So, and I might have just bought myself a pair of rainbow flip-flops from Croc. So, from Crocs, I got Crocs rainbow flip-flops. So excited about that. But anyway, so yes, I had a little son. Devin and I went out for a couple hours yesterday. Can you please give a shout out to Yessie? She graduated today. Yay! Congratulations, my friend. So what did you graduate from? I want to know. I probably missed it, or you might have said it somewhere. I work part-time in paper craft store and your product flies off the shelves. Lots of customers are asking about your new release coming. Can't wait to see what you have coming out. Yes, it's very exciting. And it is this release, and then there will be another one. So you will get 2 new releases before the year's out. So I'm very excited about that. I put in a big order, and I will be doing a pre-order for a new Lollapalooza class. That is the theme of this release. So the class will be in November, but because I'm going to tell you, it's sold out already. So a lot of the collection, it hasn't even been released, and it's sold out at American Crafts. They have another order in, but it will be, I have to put it up for pre-order because I ordered a lot for classes, but it won't ship until September because somebody is asking. I put an order in already, but there are a lot of international stores that want the product. So it looks like my order will be delayed. So I'm going to be doing the pre-order anyway because I put some really great kits together for that class, and it will be coming. So all will be revealed by next Friday, all of that for the pre-order. I will let everybody know because that has to be a separate individual order. I want to do some fun things with that, maybe a printable, maybe some exclusive stamps and stencils to go with that. So there's going to be a lot of fun stuff coming with that. And I'll be sharing all that. Can't say much right now, right? I can't really share a lot right now until the line is released. But holy moly, like it's absolute craziness. That's all I have to say. Absolute craziness. I have it all. I can see it. It's sitting over there. The only thing I don't have is the paper pads and one of the thickers, but everything else is here early and it's beautiful. And I think you guys are going to love it. So very excited about that. So watch for it. If you missed out on color study weekend and you don't want to miss out on this one because it will be super special, something I've never done before, just be watching because newsletters, there's going to be a lot of newsletters going out because we have a lot of things, right? Even though it's summertime, I'm going to have 3 class kits that I'm going to be listing. I've stocked the store with all of my glazes, the gold, the silver, the iridescent. Not yet. I have them here. I ordered all of them. They're not in the store yet. I have ordered a whack of stencils. I ordered a ton of stamps. So to prep for the gel plate class, that all that stuff's going to be coming, to prep for those 3 classes and then the pre-order. So it's going to be absolute craziness, and then I'll sit there and we'll see. It could sell out. It might sit there for a little while. If history shows anything, the stuff usually sells out pretty fast. So I will send a newsletter out so you guys get it, so you know when it's going live, and then I just hope for the best. But just keep in mind, right, friends, that the pre-order for the class will have to be a separate order. It can't be ordered with anything else because that won't be shipping until the fall because it's a class. So I have to wait till everything is here. And because a lot of things sold out, it's going to kind of filter in. I'll kit it and then get it off to you guys. But you don't need it because class is not till November. Okay. And then the other stuff will be going on. So I'm going to flip the camera. I'm going to share a little bit of that. I feel like anybody who's going to be here with us tonight is here now. Any questions before lots could sell out? Of course it will. It will be just crazy times. And then I know people will be mad at me, but it's like with these kits I'm going to share with you tonight, I have very limited amount. How do I get the newsletter? Go on VickiBoutin.com. And when you go on to that site, it pops up like a little thing that, do you want to sign up for the newsletter, or do you want to stay in the know with what's going on with Vicki? Put your info there, and I will let you know when it's going out. You keep freezing. I think it has to be your internet Marlene, so what I would say is go out and come back in or go watch on YouTube. Usually the connection's way better on YouTube, but I don't think I'm freezing for anybody else. I can see me here. So I'm hoping that it's not everyone. It's just, and no one's here. So I think we should be good. Hi, Catherine. How are you? Hello, Dorina and Karen and Poppy. Oh, so I'm going to flip the camera around and let's share some things. Seriously, do you want to know what else? I sent in 10 new Vicky Booten exclusive designed by my hand stencils, and I'm getting the samples. So those are going to be coming as well. So I'm just telling you, sorry. There's a lot of stuff coming, but I'm excited. I finally got it done. A whole whack of 6x9 stencil designs are coming. So, and congrats, Yessie, on your special day. Yessie is one of the VBoo crew. She's here all the time watching, and she graduated today. So congratulations on that. Your hard work paid off, and yay, I'm very excited for you, my friend. And did I miss anything? It's, to be honest with you, flipping the camera, I'm going to go to this other one. Why did that, see when I changed the volume? Oh my goodness, friends. Let's flip it. There we go. Sorry, I had it all set up, right? But then I didn't turn the volume down on that and made you all deaf. And then the camera wasn't going the right way. So yay. Yes, it's craziness. Craziness is coming. Lovely earrings. I paid, I think, $1 or $2 US for these earrings. I ordered a ton of stuff, earrings and things. And yeah, I threw them on tonight because I'm like, oh, got to throw something on here. So let's talk to you about the first thing I'm going to talk to you about. We're going to use this tonight. We're going to do some cards. I have a sheet of foundations. I was testing some inks. I had a request to use my art crayons tonight, so I have those out as well. And I'm going to do some just different simple mixed media with stamps, inks, and art crayons. We're going to cut them out. I'm going to elevate some of these cards that came out of the box card set for color study. These are a lot of fun. A lot of the cards are single-sided and some are double-sided, and I will go through those with you, and then we can make just a couple of quick cards. The only thing I won't have tonight is sentiments. I don't have sentiments out tonight, but it'll be fine. We're going to prep. But like I said, anything I'm doing tonight, you could convert into a layout. You do not have to make cards if that's not your jam. Okay. The other thing I'm going to share with you is, so you get a little peek. This kit or class project is done. I just have to write the instructions for it. This is the travel album. And just to give you a little peek of what it's going to look like, I mixed this one with Simple Stories. Ooh, I forget what this collection's called. Isn't that crazy? But I mixed it with the Jen Hatfield line as well. So it is a lot of fun. It will be coming, like I said, very limited amount, because when I ordered these things, the kits weren't as crazy selling as crazily as they are. So very limited amount. But what I'm excited for is a lot of you guys are going to be traveling again. Like Ontario opened up today and I noticed it. The traffic was absolutely freaking crazy. Safe travels. Thank you. And reaching out. Thank you, Brenda. My brain is very tired. But I love this, how this album turned out. And you laugh because I FaceTimed Natalie as soon as I went into this kit and went, oh my goodness, I'm going to struggle with this because the ephemera is so small in this. I don't know how I'm going to fill my pages. And it ended up really determining the style of this album. And I have to say that I really love how it ended up turning out. I think the colors are a beautiful neutral for any type of travel photos. So that just gives you kind of an idea. So I will have this with, like always, I'll be teaching it as a live class, which will be recorded if you can't do it live with me. So when I post these, they'll be ready to go. When these get posted, I will be shipping within the week, and all the instructions will be ready, and the class will be booked. So there won't be any waiting. As soon as you, if you purchase this, then you will get all the info right away. That's the travel. And this is the start of the summer album. I'm not done this one yet, but I was working on this. I love these flip books. They're so fun. So you'll see there's paper clips and stuff because I'm still working on it. This class, there's washi tape in it. There's sticker book. There is simple stories stencil. It is a huge kit, and it's going to be, it's really fun. I'm not done it yet, but I wanted to look at this page. I love it. So I still have to put the mats and everything in here, but this is going to be a summer kit. So it'll be great for scrapping your summer memories. So this will be going up, and it will be, oh, I love this page. It will be the flip book, and then it'll be 2 double page layouts and a single. And I am not done, but just to give you a little peeker, there's one of the doubles, little peek, and the other double. But like I said, not done yet. I laid it out. I was working on both sides of the table this week. I was doing layouts quickly on one side of the table, and then I would hop over and do the album so I could split the papers and just work it all out so I could get as much out of it as I could. So that, just to give you an idea, that's what's coming. What's the difference? What's the difference with what? Elise, I don't know what the question is. What's the difference of what? So let me know. And did I miss the kit? You haven't missed anything, Brianne. I haven't posted them because if you remember, I want to make sure when they get posted, the instructions are done. So it isn't stressful and making sure that you guys have everything that you need. So the summer album will be finished by tomorrow. It will be finished by tomorrow. And then I still have a very small collection of Pink Fresh Studio that I'm going to be doing. They'll all be layouts with pocket pages. So it'll be a mix of layouts and pocket pages. I need to do that one, write the instructions. It will all be posted by the end of next week. And I will post or talk about it, probably pop on, do a live and send out a newsletter so you guys know, right? Yeah, it's so crazy. But I think, did I answer? Can't wait for these. I had to miss some Friday night lives. Yes, because you were doing all your work with your company, right, Brianne? Sat down with me and said, what is this? I love it. Hello, 22-year-old son. My 20-year-old son went to the cottage with his girlfriend. So, I'll let you know the difference with flip and album. At least I see your question. And was walking out the door. I'm like, where are you going? He goes, I'm going to the cottage. I'm like, it'd be nice if you just kind of let me know. I don't need to approve of where you go, but maybe if you're leaving for overnight, you could just say, hey, I don't need supper or anything, right? Hi, Mike Wilson. I miss you too. I was tempted, just so you know, once I get my second vaccination, that I want to come to Nova Scotia. If I'm going to take a trip, I just might show up at the store one day. Just be prepared for it. I may just get on an airplane, rent a car, and go to Nova Scotia. If there's a place that I'm going to go within Canada, it will be there. So just be prepared for it. So anyway, yes, that's what my son did today, was literally walking out the door. I'm like, where are you going? And his girlfriend's like, didn't he tell you we've been planning it for a week? I'm like, no, he didn't. And he doesn't need permission, but it'd be nice to know that I don't go in to say goodnight and he's not actually in his room. Dingbat. But anyway, the difference between a flip album and a 6x8 album is this. This is a 6x8 album. This is a flip book. So the binding is different. This is a ring binding system. And this one is, I don't even know what this is called. This metal clip system. So this is a kind of more sturdy, bigger book. I love these for just kind of getting a project done. quickly, but you can definitely expand it to fit stuff in here. So those are the difference and cost. The flip books, the price of the flip book is a little bit cheaper. It's called a prong. Thank you, Patty. And Patty would know the answer. The prong binding. Yeah, so very excited. And a lot of you guys did the Amy Tan one with me, and it was a lot of fun. And this one is going to be fun too. You're from Nova Scotia. I just love Nova Scotia. For a quick trip, like something I could go for 4 days or something, I totally would do it. So I'm really kind of considering it if I can get my second vaccination and just wear my mask. And all I would do is get in my car by myself and go drive around, hike, go to the beach, go visit my friends with my mask and hand sanitizer. But yes, I would really like to do that. I would like to go somewhere other than my house. How are you guys feeling about that? Anyone else have any vacations planned? The contracts came for the 2 cruises, and I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to book those. I went upstairs and meant to get some paper towels, but I'll just use dirty ones. It all works. Oh, I have some folded here. Perfect. So both cruises, the contracts came. I'm going to book those. That's going to be happening. So I will be signing those contracts, and then they will be posted very shortly on the Cruising Crop. So there will be one out of Southampton, England next June, and then next October, one out of Texas. That's going to go to 3 islands, ports. Cozumel, remember the one I can never remember the name of, where Patty hides all her money, and I forget the other place, but it's very inexpensive. It'll be a fun one. So the contracts here, I just have to sign them. So lots of stuff, that'll be lots of infos coming your way. No trip, but I want to see your family. Yes, I totally get that. I saw my mother a couple times. She feels a little safer, I think, coming out of the house now. So she just comes here. But I'm like, I won't get you, Ma. I was supposed to be on the one out of Southampton. What are you saying, Michelle? Sorry, something's blocking your comment. By the week of July 9th, our age and date of first vaccine will be eligible for the second shot. Yeah, I can't wait. Cayman, that's it, where Patty hides all her money. And then let me see. I missed Michelle. I was supposed to be on the one out of Southampton last October. Yeah, so this one will be, right? Grand Cayman will hide your money. Yeah, I know. That's what Patty told me last week, that's where she puts all her money. So it'll be exciting. Anyway, it's a lot of chatter. I know some of you guys who don't love the chatter. You're like, just make the stuff. I'm ready to make the stuff. So if you went away and you're like, I'll come back when she's done talking, I will keep talking, but I'll actually do something now. So like I said, I want to just play with the stamp set tonight because I have shown a lot of love to this one. A lot of love to this one, but I haven't done anything with this one yet. So this one is hello. I will put all of my share sale links. I put them on where I posted on Facebook, but I did not have my notes on my computer, so I wasn't able to post them here. So if you're looking for anything that I'm using tonight, I will post it later. And I always love when you guys, if you are going to shop anyway, if you click on my links, it doesn't cost you anything, but it certainly helps me with all the fun things that I do on Friday nights. So let's start talking about this card box, because a lot of you, I know Janice, my friend Janice is out there, who, has been my friend before I ever started doing a product line, and she didn't even know that my collections came with boxed card sets. So she's probably not the other one. A lot of you might not know that all of my collections come with a boxed card set. So there are 40 cards in each one of these boxes. All of my collections come with the boxed card set. And this is one of the patterns. And then the back is stars. So I love that you could use it either way, right? And you have this one, which is this pretty floral. And it is just that pattern front and back. You have this one, which I absolutely love, which is black polka dots. It's a lot of fun. I'm going to make a mini book out of this because you've seen it done multiple times. I've made one in the past out of cards, but I think this would be a fun little mini book. So one of our Facebook lives will be maybe next week. I'll just continue on and I'll make a little tag mini book out of the box cards. Vicky, do all your collections have card packs? Yes. Yes, all of my collections. This is a standard thing with all of, I think all of American Crafts collections come with box card sets. All your lines have card sets. Yes. What rock have I been living under? All of them do. And I've never really done anything with them because this year, now I'm a card maker. So I'm going to do something tonight. But yeah, they all come with the box card sets. So, and I share them. I always show everybody at, well, it depends. A lot of times when I do the product walkthrough, I don't have everything. Look how pretty that one is. And so sometimes you might have missed it because I didn't have it to share. But yes, all of, I think every single collection I've done has had a matching box card set as soon as they started doing it. All the collections have them. So Pages, Heidi, maybe not Heidi's, I'm not sure, but most of us, like I think Paige does too, but I only know for sure with mine. I have them. I've had it with at least the last 4 collections, right? So this one is so pretty too. All of the patterns are scaled down from the paper, but next week I am going to make a tag mini book out of the card set. So it'll be fun, little interactive. So that gives you a week if you find it online and you want to order it. And then just some embellishments from Color Study. Let's make a quick mini book next week out of this. And then this week, we'll just make some cards out of it. Okay, so this one is double-sided as well. And then this one, I love. I wish I could get a whole box of these, a whole box of them. And this would be one of those things when I want to send thank you cards or send a little quick card out to someone. I love this. And then the back side is an ombre pink. I missed what Mari's good idea was. Sandy, I need to know what Mari's good idea was. I want to say good idea too to Mari. There's this one that a lot of people are doing some amazing things with this paper. Right? With the full sheet of 12 by 12. I have to say the projects coming out from Color Study are blowing my mind. And I love that everyone links me and I get to see all of the beautiful projects that you guys are making. It's amazing. It warms my heart. There's this floral and the backside is, I love this paper. And I think this paper is completely sold out. I cannot purchase it anymore. So yes, use them for photo mats. That's a great idea as well, right? Especially when you have a whole box of them. But I love this paper and it's sold out. I tried to order it for a class I'm doing in the fall. And I could not get it. It's all gone and they didn't reorder that one. So if you see it and you love it, now I'm not going to use it all the time. It has to be saved. Because I love a good graph paper. I agree, Patty. I love it. I would do it in every collection. The butterfly card, very fun. And that's all the patterns. So I grabbed a bunch of cards out. And I'm going to impress all my card makers out there tonight with my amazing or just okay card making skills. Now, the other thing that I want to do, so this is one of those things, share with me tonight. Let's talk about it. I have decided with my style of card making that I, for sentiments, would like to purchase a bunch of sentiment dies. So I want like script and bold sentiment words like hello, happy birthday. I've decided I want to be like all those cool kid card makers who cut a whole bunch of those dies out of cardstock and then glue it together to make it thick. But what is the other trick? Do they sometimes cut it out of double-sided foam tape or something, right? Teach me the tricks so that I can be a good card maker. So yes, I would like to do that. But yeah, some of Heidi's papers might. I don't know if all of them do. It just depends where her collections are, right? Because some of her collections are for big box. So it all just depends what they've requested. So some will have them and then some won't. So I'm going to check all of those things out, everything that you are writing down for me. Just cut and stack. Cut and stack. Yes, right? And they glue it together. What's that glue you guys all use? Is it the Connect glue? Is that a Gina Connect glue? Yeah, I need to do those things. Hi, Dawn. I'm glad you made it here live. So I did not get myself a drink tonight. So I'm hoping I have some of my iced coffee that will get me through. So you can cut from double-sided foam, but you can also cut multiples with a die and stack and glue. That's what I watch when I hang out with all the super smart card makers, because I get invited to this awesome retreat that I think I am the only scrapbooker there. Everyone else is a card maker. And that's what I think I spied them doing. You guys were all right, Don, cutting and sticking all of them together. Yep. So I will do that, but I know I need to order some stuff from Gina, so I will get on that. So tonight they're not going to have sentiments, but I'm going to do some things. So we'll use these cards. I might cut some of these cards apart and layer them, but I'm trying to stick for the most part. I want this tonight to be the box card set, because if you guys end up ordering it, and I will link it, okay, I'll find some links and link it. Because like I said, if you click on my share sale links, I just love you a little bit more, because it helps with doing all of these Friday night lives. It certainly helps me offset all the time I put in. I will make cards tonight with this stamp set and with this. And then next week, I'm going to make a mini book out of this. And then I will use some other stuff out of Color Study. But then at least if you grab the box card set, I'll give you 2 different things that you can do with it, right? Well, a couple of things that you can do with it. You can, oh, look, you guys are telling me all the things. I will watch that. And I love Kathy Z is my friend, all the card makers. So I know the card tricks. I just need to find the dies, right? I had 3 today. I'm paying for it now. I'm 3 coffees today. You're very highly stimulated. Are you dancing around the house, Patty? I love it. I might have just bought the luck. Why would you have bought it, Natalie? Because I most certainly can hook you up, crazy lady. But yes, let's do the things tonight. So I bought all of these Pink Fresh inks. So I think I have almost all of them. So I grabbed these to stamp with ink. I'm going to grab some Distress ink. I have black, a good black stamping ink. And I'm going to stamp a bunch of the flowers, and we're going to paint them. And then I am going to stamp some of these other shapes, and we'll just do something fun tonight. Okay, let's just do some fun things. And of course, I know Jennifer McGuire videos, right? Friends, I know the card makers, because remember, I go to a retreat with all of them. So they're all my friends, and I will learn all of the things. But I also want to do it like cards my way, right? Like the mixed media way. But I just need to learn the tricks with the tools. And I want to learn the tricks with the, I'm grabbing some oxides because that's what I want to use tonight. So I'm going to just pick from the color palette here. So let's just kind of use that as my guide. And I'm going to do picked raspberry, because I think that will be a good pink. And, ooh, abandoned coral is kind of that orangey color in there. Let's grab that. And peacock feathers, maybe. Grab that one. And I don't want to go light tonight because I think the light ones will get lost with the technique that I want to do. So let's just take a little peeker. I put them kind of in order, but I don't know how organized I am. I want a dark blue one. Just a sec. Oh, and I can make some of you guys happy. I will throw a purple in here too. So I'll do wilted violet, and I'm going to do that. Blueprint sketch. Ah! Sorry, making a mess. Making a mess. And friends out there who bought the Disney album, that class is this Sunday. So if you don't have, I know I did read emails today, so I will tonight or tomorrow morning make sure anyone who's emailed me who didn't get the newsletter with all of the info, it will come out, right? What? That card with the dots, did that come? No. This card came from, tonight we are using, I put it somewhere and I don't know where I put it now, the card pack from Color Study. You could cut it from paper, but this is what it came from. The boxed card set for Color Study. And I will show you my inks again, Irene. I have Blueprint Sketch, Peacock Feathers, Abandoned Coral, which isn't really orange. It's a little bit more of a pinky orange, Wilted Violet, and Picked Raspberry. Ooh, and I do have this if I'm going to use some green, Rustic Wilderness. I have a black ink. I have these inks. I don't know if I'm going to use them tonight. So I think let's simplify. But if you have whatever inks you have, use them. Okay. And the other thing I have, this circle stamp will fit in a 2-inch circle punch. So I have a 2-inch circle punch and a 1.5 because I have an idea. We're going to try. All right. So I have an idea. Let's see if it works. So the two main things I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to do some things with this stamp and I'm going to do some things with a flower stamp. And then maybe some of the other ones we will use as elements, but that's what I'm going to start with tonight. Oops, sorry, I'm out of the camera. I tend to do that. I apologize. So yes, for the Disney album, is this what Disney class is this weekend? I'm at the cottage with my kit. It's on Sunday. Pam, the Disney class, the new one that I'm teaching, is this Sunday at 10 a.m. Okay. So yes. I know it's a card, but was it available to buy in a 12 by 12 sheet? I don't think that paper was. I think I do this, guys, and I know. Okay, let's talk about one thing before we get started with my collections, because I think this is important to note that a lot of you don't like to buy open stock. You buy the paper pad. I often switch up patterns in the paper pad because I like more bang for the buck. So I will often switch colorways. So you might see this paper in open stock in a pink, but it is not unusual for me to put the same paper in with green, right? This could end up coming out in a green. And I only like it so that we have more uses, right? So we have new patterns. The other thing is open stock is all printed in North America. So the colors are different. All of the paper pads are international. They come from overseas. So the paper is a little bit thinner and the color isn't as vibrant. So always I use both. I don't think that it makes one inferior. It is just different. But I just want you to be aware of that the other thing is I have 24 papers. There are only 12 patterns represented in double-sided. So there's 24 papers double-sided. That's 48 papers. A paper pad only has 12 of them double-sided. So 24 of the 48 are in the paper pad, and it might not be represented like this. I switch it up sometimes. And I'll tell you why. Because sometimes when we select the paper pad, I take all 48 patterns and I decide what I want to put in the paper pad, what I think will be super popular, what I think works together for mixing patterns. So does that, I'm sure, tell me right now, a lot of you that will annoy because you only want to buy the paper pad, but it's impossible to make it where it makes everybody happy because only 24 patterns are going to be represented in that. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. And the other thing is, Diane, and that's the other thing I'm trying to do, is encourage you to buy both, because I don't want to lose SKUs, meaning where if it doesn't sell well, American Crafts might turn around and say, well, we don't need to do a paper pad because the open stock sells better. So it's one of those that I try to make it where you want all of the things. And it's the same with the 6x8, that those patterns, I make sure we shrink them down, but sometimes it doesn't work as well in a smaller scale. So I might totally switch it out. So just kind of keep that in mind, right? You bought open stock, but you see what I'm saying, Sheila? There could be papers in this 12x12 pad that are not in open stock. So I do the things. So I just wanted to talk about that because I bet you guys didn't know that the papers can be slightly different in a paper pad. You don't have the barcode strip without the hole in it because they're made to be hung. So they do have the little binding hole in there. So just kind of any questions that you have tonight, just ask. I'm just going to share all of the info with you tonight. But I wanted you to be aware of that because crazy, we're starting the next collection already. Do you know that? The next collection that will come out in the new year, we have started already. We don't even have this one out, comes out Wednesday. And the other one is coming out in either the end of August or early September. And I'm starting the next collection yet already. It's just, my brain is tired. It's exhausting, right? It's exhausting. So the first thing I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to stamp a whole bunch of these circles in different colors. We can do some black that we paint as well. But you are going to find, though, that this stamp does have this little triangle. Is that what that is? That pie piece is a book paper. So some of these inks might not show all of the detail, but I'm okay with that for tonight, right? Plus the paper pad came with a page of stickers. Yes, if you get the, I meant to ask, because I know a lot of my Canadians wanted to know about the pad that was sold on HSN and on and at Joann's. I'm going to try to get some of them to put in my store because some of you guys have asked. So I know that it is available now and I will check that out, right? I'll check that out. Yes, my brain is tired. It is a lot. It's a lot of info and a lot of things to stay on top of, and it can be exhausting. Awesome and exhausting at the same time. So I am going to ink up, like I said, some different circles, and then I'm going to do some flowers, and then we'll make some cards from them. So I am just stamping a couple different patterns. So I just use that is with the blueprint sketch, and I am going to, we could go in and do some watermark stamping, but I'm not going to do that with this pattern. But you could have a second. Ooh, look, that wasn't very clean, was it? Happened. Oh, sorry about that, friends. So you were hi. Let me go back to just the screen. That was the weirdest thing, wasn't it? Yeah, a lot of my American friends got it from Joann's, but the Canadians don't have it. So I'm trying to bring a couple of them in, right? Thank you. I was disappointed that, it doesn't ship to Canada. It just happened. I know I've never seen that happen. So it must have been some kind of connection issue. So glad I wasn't picking my nose. Glad I didn't take my shirt off and was sitting here, right, in my pajamas. because you guys all just kind of got to see me. That was funny. So I'm just going to keep stamping. And then we'll make something pretty out of this stamp set, because a lot of you guys may have purchased it and I haven't used it yet. And I just like to have you have ideas for using the things, right? So that one was peacock feather. And I might have to get another sheet of foundations. That's what I'm stamping on, is on foundations paper. It could just be regular cardstock. For this stamping, but I am going to need this when I go to do the flowers. And of course, I love to play with my friend Tim Holtz inks. Let's do purple. Could have happened though, right? If you're laughing about that, Lil gave me this set as a prize and I love it. Which set? The stamp set, Irene? I forgot to check. Is your store stocked now? No, it's not, Karen. Seriously, working nonstop to get these kits out, because but I did order a whole whack of stuff for the gel plate class. I ordered gel plates, so I'm going to do those gel plate starter packs. I ordered a whole ton of different companies' stencils that I think will work well with the gel plate. Plus, I designed and got into production 10 new Vicky Bouton stencil patterns. So I did get those sent out. I'm going to do one more purple. And the samples, my lovely stencil maker just let me know, the manufacturer, that they were sending me samples and that they're on their way. So samples have been shipped. I will just confirm that the art is good, that no changes need to be made. And then I'm putting those orders in. So there will be 10 new exclusive stencil patterns coming. And I have a whole bunch more. We'll start with that and then go from there. Hubby just came back from golfing and said, "Hi, Vicky," as he walked in the door. Heard your voice. What's your husband's name, Kari? Can't wait for the gel plate class and all the goodies. Yeah, me too, Wanda. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yay for the new stencils. It's going to be very... Oh, and hello, Robin. Hello, my Robin. It's going to be very exciting. I think that you guys will like them. Hi, Jerry. How was golf? What did you shoot? My husband golfed today too, Kari. And he said, I don't know how, one of the guys that he was golfing with got a hole-in-one on a par 4 or 5, a hole-in-one. So he has never accomplished that. And I guess it must be super exciting, because Rich was very excited to tell me that story, that they all gave him $20, but he's going to buy the drinks tomorrow. So he did. He got a hole-in-one. He got new irons, said they aren't defective. Good to know. So yes, Rich went golfing today, and one of the guys that was with him got a hole-in-one on a par 4 or 5. Like, I guess whatever it was amazing. Like, he will probably never accomplish that again in his lifetime. So it was pretty exciting. So yes, the card sizes are A2. What is an A2? Like, what is that? 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Is that A2? Am I learning my card lingo? Friends out there, smart card makers. I think that's what it is. Par 3 or 4 it must be it was a 4. Then it was Vicky. It was a 4. Because yes, it was very far. Whatever he said, how many yards it was like pretty phenomenal that he did it. So it was a par 4. Must have been a par 4. Did I say it right? 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Look at how smart I am tonight. Woo! All your smartness, Dawn, is rubbing off. And you guys all have to go and look at the card Dawn posted. I can't believe you colored that, Dawn. That, I don't know where I saw it today, but you posted a card and you said that you colored it. And I really thought it was like pattern paper or like something that was not hand colored. Absolutely phenomenal. Make sure that you check it out. It's beautiful. These oxide stamp way better than regular distress. 100%. That's why I'm using it, right? So Kari, was your husband impressed with that story, that I had a golf story to tell during my creative time? I was impressed that I remembered. I don't know all the specifics. I could have made that story way better if I actually listened to Rich's golf stories. Where do you see Don's card? Maybe Don will put a link. Watercolor Share Handmade Kindness Group. Can you post it on your page? So send them there. Wait till you see this card. Holy Mackinac. Like, seriously, stunning. Did you do a video for that one, Dawn? Because if not, I'm going to request that in your next live, I would like to watch you color that card. And if you did it in a live, I will be going back and watching it. It seriously will blow your mind. It's absolutely one of the most beautiful cards I've ever seen. And now that I know she did it all with watercolor, seriously, the way it's colored is really, really interesting. Your husband was very impressed. I'm glad. See, I'm glad because, I try to make this interesting for all of the peoples, right? Yes, you need to see this card. Post it, Dawn, on Vicky Booten Creative Community too, because that's just easy. They can find it. But definitely, I want you guys to go, and you should be following W+9. You have a group, right, Dawn? Because she does lives, and she is a phenomenal colorer. Putting together a blog post. You did it in last night's live. So you want to check that out. If you guys love watercolor and love, like, the floral is beautiful, but it's very interesting. Like, I think it's really different, right, Dawn? It's not like using 3 shades of pink. It just is a phenomenal card. And I haven't commented on it yet, Dawn. So I'm sorry, I'm a sucky friend, but I will, because it really is really phenomenal. I just wanted to say that because, guys, I will tell you, I will spread the love all over. Ooh, I just got green on my finger. It was stuck on my mat. Okay, so I'm just doing a bunch. So I have ideas. We can do a couple fun things with these. So just stamp a whole bunch of colors of the circle stamp. Just whatever colorway you want to do. It does not have to be this one. Oh, I should have done another Ban and Coral. It can be whatever color palette you want to use. And what I'm doing tonight, you could totally make into a layout. And maybe we will do that as, not tonight, because, crazy talk. But I will do this on a layout background as well. Yeah, I want you guys to see it, right? She's trying to do her version of mixed media. You will see what I'm talking about when you see the card. It's beautiful. And I'm going to go watch so I can learn. I will be going, to watch what Dawn did so I can learn. So I live in Ontario, Canada, and everything opened back up kind of today. So there were lineups everywhere. Like at 7:00 in the morning, people were lined up at Walmart because you could not go in and buy a pair of underwear. You couldn't go in and buy anything except for groceries and the pharmacy. So it was craziness. I was not going anywhere today because that was crazy. I would not be standing. I didn't need anything where I had to stand in line to get it. So I will wait for a little bit, but very excited for that we're starting to see some semblance of normal. And now I won't say what RuPaul says, but you know what I'm saying. Don't mess it up, my friends. Okay. Make sure that you are still doing what you need to do. So I don't think that we'll ever close again. I just don't think that anybody is going to put up with that. Look how pretty this would be. So imagine if I was smart and I would have had a second sheet of foundations paper and I could have misted and stamped off on another page. And I would have this beautiful circle background going on, right? Did you post your finished layout from last week's Friday Night Live? I did today. So yes, I did today. It's nuts in Muskoka. I bet you it is, Diane. Because I bet you everybody is like, I need to get out of the house and they don't care. So just be safe, right? Out to shop, but I have to told them to hang tight. I agree. I totally get it. I want to go out and do the things. I have returns that I bought stuff at Easter. But I'm not going anywhere just yet. I really want to come visit you. I've never been to Canada. It's beautiful. It's very beautiful. The area I live in, we were talking about that because somebody was asking. I said, we had a heat wave here last week and it was freaking hot, like crazy, crazy hot. I'm going to stamp a couple in black and then I'm going to have to get up and get another sheet of foundations paper because I'm going to run out of space. But I want to do, I love that. See, in black, crisp loveliness. What is your favorite colored stamping ink when you want to stamp a beautiful, crisp image in color? Would you buy different versions of archival? So tell me, friends, what is your favorite stamping ink in color? And Libby's here. I'm sure that what Hero Arts ink, Libby, would be great for stamping crisp images in color. So not for a mixed media effect, but more for a, you want to stamp. And I know for sure Gina's, because I use those as well. I'm using, still new at using inks, but love them. See, so it's very helpful. So I love oxides too, but they're not really crisp stamping ink. I like archival, Gina K for sure. Are they amalgam inks? What are they called? Or is that a color? I don't know all of the names. I'm getting up. So I have some Simon Says Stamps inks. I have Gina K amalgam inks. I have a bunch of inks too that Libby sent me from Hero Arts, but they're over in my mixed media cabinet because that's what I'm calling my creator room cabinet that I still have to film and show you. I was teaching an online class recently and started singing my words. I love it, Libby. Were you singing your words? I do have an issue with that, don't I? Singing my words. Let's stamp the things. But yes, I love sharing those things. Oops, look, it didn't do a very good job. And I also have to get my Misty out because, like, I'm sorry, I'm a failure. I have all of the things and I need to actually bring them out and use them because I'm sure it would be super helpful for some of you guys that maybe are brand new, that you hang out with me every Friday, but maybe you don't know what all of the things are, right? So I apologize that I'm doing you a disservice by not sharing the things with you. So I'm going to get better at that. Just understand when I pop on these Friday night lives, I usually have been working nonstop for the whole week leading up. And a lot of times it's just like go and hang out with my friends. But I'm that friend who you'd come to pick me up to go out to the club and you'd have to wait for me, or, you know, you'd be like, Vicky, your shirt's on inside out. I'm that friend. My makeup would be flawless and my hair would be done. But you probably would have to wait for me because I was trying to get one more thing done. I was going to squeeze one more thing in. I'm that friend. Just saying. Right? The Misty's a game changer. I have 3 of them behind me, Karen. 3 of them in the drawer behind me. So I need to do the things. But like I said, all of the, like anything, guess what I'm working on that I decided I needed to? So I was watching my friend Beth Kingston and Jen Tryon, and they were showing the brand new Cricut. And guess what I'm going to get? I decided that I need a Cricut and the new Silhouette. So I'm going to have both of them. Dawn, I already know we're twins. And I knew it when we hung out the first weekend together and you were singing and doing your thing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we would have been the best of friends if we went to high school together. Like seriously. And we would have been the 2 that were never off the dance floor. Because that's, I bet you, right? Did you dance all night long? Like I would go out, hair, makeup flawless, have like an awesome outfit on. By the end of the night, I was a sweaty hot mess because I was dancing all night long. I'm going to get the new Cricut, whatever 3. And I want the thing that makes t-shirts. So whatever that ironer thing is, I'm getting all the things. I just decided because I like that. The other thing I'm working on, friends, is once I got now my stencils done, I am going to work on some of the merch we talked about. So be prepared for stickers. I'm going to start looking for an apron, all of the things. So be ready for it. I think it will be fun. Okay, I'm going to try to squeeze these in because these ones will paint. Am I going to use all of this? No. But I just want to, while I'm at it, I'm going to prep it because then this can go. I love this. I really wish. And with some of the stamps that, because like I said, I'm doing some exclusive Vicky Booten stencils. I will also be doing some stamps and dies as well. So they will be coming, but all in good time, right? Because I can only do so many things. But be prepared. That stuff's coming, okay? And I'll tell you why, because there's things that I would like to use that I can't find, so I might as well just draw it and make my own, right? I hear Amy T. Use the rearm multi-passionate creator. I don't know it. I missed that, right? And the cup label marker too. Oh, yes, to make the mugs. I don't know. Do I need that? Maybe. But I know I want the Ironer Honor thing to make t-shirts, the Ironer Honor thing. If you can catch what you just said, they usually have good prices on the Cricut. Yeah, I try to order on my wholesale accounts. So, and I know, well, I won't get into that, but just know when you do this for a job, I'm always trying to find when I'm the heat press. Thank you. When I'm only looking to buy like one, I'm trying to find the deals, right? Easy press. Is that what it's called? Easy press, heat press. I don't know. I'm going to take a class, and I love that Jen had a great idea. Try on is when the Cricut comes, we're going to do a live together, and she's going to show me how to unbox it and set it up and start using it. So for any of you guys that are new to that, I think that will be a lot of fun. We're going to do an unboxing together, and then she's going to show me how to set it up and the basics. So I think it'll be a lot of fun, right? I feel like I should send you a stamp cleaner. You think, Libby? I probably have 10 of those as well around too, but probably they're all dried out because I am not a user of all of the things because I forget where I put everything. So I need to work on that too, Libby. You know how you have friends that are going to come? I saw that, Libby, to help you with your craft room. I just need somebody to come and help me slow down time. That's what I decided because I literally can't do all of the things. I just found out some history on the Misty and White. Yeah. Look into sublimation. I want that. Printer and heat press might be better if you plan to make them. I need to learn sublimation, and that's not to control your brains. It's just the type of how the ink are like little bubbles that burst into the fabric instead of like iron on the top. I want sublimation. Those are actually my favorite types of t-shirts when I buy them, right? I need a time slower too, please, right? Yes, 100%. But yes, I want sublimation. I can help with sublimation. Let's talk. Because yes, I want to do the things. I would like to start taking some of my art and putting it onto things. So maybe that's what I need, right? That's what I need. So friends, let's color some of these. All right. And then I'm just doing the things tonight. You know, I could be here for a long time, but Either watch the whole time or come back and watch it tomorrow. Whatever works for you works for me too. So what am I going to get right now? I'm going to put some water in my cup. I have my paintbrush here. I am going to use some art crayons, and I'll probably use some of the oxides that I have. I'm going to do a quick coloring of these. And then I'm going to grab one more sheet of foundations paper, and I'm also going to do some loose watercolor stamped flowers. Am I going to use all the things? No, but I'm enjoying the process. And I think that's the way it should be, right? So I'm just going to do what makes me happy. Look, it want to peek. Are you ready? I'm going to show you sneak. Look at that. That might be what's coming on Wednesday. With this, oh my goodness. It's going to be good. I was looking for a sheet of foundations. That's why I was teasing you. Because that I thought was a sheet of foundations right here. And it was, but foundations with stamps and stencils on them for my new collection. A chickadee? Maybe, Stephanie. Oh, it's so cute. You guys are going to love it. I wish Hermione's time to, yes, I would like that, please. But not all the bad things happen. Wasn't there an Adam Sandler movie where he clicked, make time stop, but see, then bad things happen, right? It's going to be so good. Okay, I'm going to grab a sheet of foundations paper and a cup of water. If you guys want to paint with me, grab your things and we'll do the things. I know some of you probably aren't doing any of this tonight. You're just hanging out with me. And I'm very thankful for the company. And you can do the things with me if you want or not. Come back and do it another time. Whatever works for me. Whatever works for you works for me. So if you were in my room, I walked far away. Oh my gosh, friends. So, because I know you're out there probably thinking, oh, Vicky's room is probably all clean and organized. And I'll tell you, remind me to tell you the funny story about my nails this week. Because everybody was loving my fingernail for the sneak peek that I did. And I'll tell you a funny story. So I just went to grab this out of one of the 20 piles that are all over my floor, like I was digging up landmines. That's what the floor of my scrapbook room looks like right now. Landmines of crap. So I just want you to know, I do not live a perfectly curated life. I am a hot mess most of the time, but I'm fun and I'll make you laugh. And that's why I think you guys hang around. So I put a sneak peek for my new collection. And it was a picture of a pretty flower with the most adorable white fingernail with little like lines on it. And everybody was like, I love your nail art. It's beautiful. And Paige sent me a message and she said, did you get a manicure to match your new collection? And I said, oh, friend, I took one of a press and seal stick nail and lightly glued it onto one thumbnail so I could hold the picture and take the photograph and make it look like I had beautiful nails. And then I went in and edited out quickly on my phone my hangnails and my total jaggedy, rotten looking old lady hands. And I had a bathing suit on. So I said, it is not. And I totally, would have no qualms with showing you guys that that's the reality. Because I don't want you to feel bad thinking, oh, Vicky's got her crap together. Because I'm smart and inventive. That I can do. But no, I said, no, Paige. It was one nail I lightly glued and peeled right off because then Devin and I were going to hang out in the pool. So I took the picture in 2 seconds. Are the stick ones. Yes. The ones that Heidi sells. I forget what they're called. Red Aspen, which as a Canadian, I can only order them from my American friends. but there are no red aspen here in Canada. But here's the weird thing for me. I love those nails that you can just pop on. So I love that I can pop them on and take them off. There's something either in the glue, they make my hands throb. It's the weirdest thing. So the other thing that happened is I wrecked my nail bed. So I have super sensitive skin. I'm sure my nails are no different. So now I've bought, because I listen to all of the ladies and I love those nails. If you have no issues with them, I'd say 100% buy them. They are the best thing. I love them. I know Lael uses them sometimes too. But now I bought the Olive in June and I spent, I'm stupid like that. See, I just said I was smart and I'm telling you I'm stupid. I bought a whole whack of Olive in June to do my nails one day, but right. I just did like a little peeker with that fingernail. I think I love you even more after you just admitted that. I will tell you all the things. And it looks like I would show you a picture of my floor. It is a freaking disaster in here because I never, ever stop working. It makes it impossible. So it's like I love to clean and organize. And I have my create a room dream box almost all completely set up. And I want to take a picture of it and show you guys, but it's just the reality, right? I'm all over the place, but I love, love, love red aspen because I love nail art. I don't like just one color. I want flowers and butterflies on my nails. So I love red aspen, but yeah, I have a hard time. They make my hands hurt. I don't know why. Maybe it's something in the glue that I react to. I don't know. So look I stamped this. Some we're going to cut out just as they are, and we're going to color in some of these. Okay, let's do the things. So I promised, somebody asked, Vicky, will you pull out your art crayons? So I'm going to color the flowers with art crayons. Okay. Now I'm going to want to put these on the card bases. That's going to happen. We're going to have to do some fussy cutting. At least the punch will work. But I know that I'm going to put the flowers maybe like on this card back. We'll figure it out. So I want to make sure that I do some colors that will go with this. So let's find my jaggedy pink. These art crayons will work till there's nothing left. So just go scribble some on, and I'm going to make watercolor. Now, right now, friends, I think a lot of my mixed media has gone on the discontinued list. So I don't know. I have to reach out and figure out what's going on there. But it's going to be one of those things that if you think you're going to want art crayons, you might want to buy them when they're posted or you see them, because I can't guarantee how long this stuff's going to be around. But no worries, because here's the thing. I will keep using the art crayons. But what might happen is if we can't buy them anymore, I will just find new mediums. I'm going to reach out to lots of different companies who use and create mixed media and find out who would like to work with me so that I can find some mediums I love to use and then teach you guys how to use them. So I can't guarantee how long some of these are going to be around. It's just the nature of the company that I do them with. They don't have a lot of products that just stay in stock. They're normally a one and done kind of thing. So just be prepared that I think some of it's going away, and I'm not going to fight it anymore because I feel like I have to do a lot of that. And I just go, okay, whatever, I'll find something new to use. But we can start looking at some different watercolor products. So just kind of be prepared for it. That I love the art crayons because it's a stable medium. I love that I can use them dry and I can use them wet. But like I said, you will know if you're a store owner out there that it's hard. Some of the stuff is just hard to find because they've been around for years. I think that the salespeople maybe forget to talk about them, right? The stores are like, yeah, well, we had those already, and they've moved on to other things. So I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to try to get another order in. I hope that there's still some in stock, but I've noticed that with a couple of my things. So just be prepared for it. All right, friends. I love the gel ones too. They're totally different. It is a totally different medium. And the other thing with the gel crayons is there's not as much pigment, but they're way softer. So just kind of keep in mind, not the same product at all. Totally different. I love my art crayons too. I really, really do. But I'll try. I'm going to see if I make the phone call, what I can make happen. But like I said, I'm just telling you guys because I've had a few people reach out to let me know I can't get these, or I noticed this. And I'm like, yeah, it happens. But they've been around for a long, long time, right? Yes, the watercolor markers are long gone. The original color of texture pastes, the one that came in a set, are done. You can't find those anymore unless you just find them at a store that already had them. But yeah, so I'm just loosely coloring some of these flowers. Right, just tapping in some color. It's not perfect. I am going to cut them out. You can leave some white space. Oh, see? Way out of the lines, don't care. Just trying to be fast. It's hard sometimes when we're on here, right? I have to just kind of get this done quickly because you're like, what are we doing tonight? Just the things, all of the things. Yay. So does anybody have travel plans for this summer? Do you cottage or camp? Are you booking any vacations? Very curious to see what everybody's up to. Yeah, you need to stock up on some of those things. And it's one of those things sometimes. That's odd. I think they would keep the mediums as staples. I understand the papers and all the others. Yeah, me too. But some of it done, I think, is sometimes just finding the things. I feel like there's things I would like to work on. I just have lots of medium ideas, and I really think it's worthwhile for any of the stores that carry them, because it's not like I'm not encouraging people to buy this stuff all the time, because I use the mediums. I use them all the time. So maybe it's just finding that relationship with somebody who wants to make mediums, and maybe I can do a couple different exclusive things. So I just have to get in touch with some maybe companies who do mediums exclusively, right? That it's like a specialty thing. And like I said, I will happily use Ranger and Tim's stuff. So I will use things that you guys have, that you can source easily. I'm not going to stop doing mixed media. It just might not be mixed media with my name on it. And, you know, I guess everything comes to an end. I'll bring out new ones, but I don't know what's going to happen with some of these things because it's very hard. But it makes it hard because once they are discontinued, it makes it harder for me to use them because anybody new can't find them and people get upset because they're like, why are you using something that is discontinued and I can't buy it? So it makes it a very hard thing for the people who already have the mediums that now would like me to keep using them. And then I'm at it's a catch-22 because I'm like, well, I don't know what to do now because people can't buy them anymore. So I'm using them, but you can't actually source anything. So I don't know. It's always some kind of new crazy to deal with, right? Right? Card stamp owners out there or card makers that work for different manufacturers. You can't, like, if a stamp set's discontinued, you aren't going to go and film a brand new YouTube video using it, because people are going to be like, well, I want that. Where can I get it? And you're like, well, I used it because I love it, but you can't actually get it anywhere. They don't sell it anymore. I don't know if Tim's on tomorrow. I don't think so. I don't think I've seen anything, but I think he has some new stuff coming out, because I think I saw Stacy using a new stamp set with flowers on it. So I don't know if there's a new Sizzix release or what's going on, but I know he did something with mediums last week that I was teaching, so I missed it. But I will go and catch up on that later. So I'm just going to loosely paint a couple centers. Let's do this because I like to. So normally I would heat set these before I put these water drops down, because if the paint is not dry underneath, you're not going to see a water drop. You're just going to see a pool of paint. But I don't think I saw anything. I think he doesn't do them every week, right? But I only popped on to say hi. And it's funny. He said something funny. Tim did, like he does, because he's funny, dry sense of humor. And what did I say? And then I thought how it came off. People probably thought I was drunk. People definitely starting to book travel. Yeah, it's going to. Which stores do you know I can help? I did. I popped in last week just for a second. And then I said something, and that's what I had messaged him later. And I said to him, I'm sure everybody thought I was drunk, because I forget what I said. He said something, and then I said something off the cuff. And it probably sounded like I was saying that. I forget what it was, but I laughed. He went, oh, yeah, the different mediums. Yeah, because he done, like, it. Nothing is new either, right? I love it's go and use them. There are tons of awesome techniques, and he's been teaching for years. I did Ranger U years and years and years ago. It's a lot of the mediums are the same mediums. It's just got to remember to pull them out and use them, right? You're going to meet your new puppy. I love that. Maybe you could do throwback lives every so often. Yeah, for sure. It just makes it hard, right? So I'm going to color a couple of these quickly, and I'll do them kind of with some different colors for this one. Orange, let's do yellow. Like I said, I'll be here for a while. I hope you guys are working on something out there. Are you guys playing with anything tonight? Who's out there working? Is anybody playing along tonight? This set is still available. It's the new one from Color Study. It's called Hello. I'll put a link. I put a link to in the original post that I put out today, but I was late getting this post up, so I will link all of the stuff after. But yeah, it will be linked. So I'm just going to do this like a color wheel. It's making it kind of hard though, because some of these are solid black. So I'll just fake it. Oh, I need a purple, but I can make a purple, right? But I have to make something tonight, because I'm sure if I don't, you'll be like, holy crap, Vicki, you just talked all that time, but you didn't actually make a card. But I will. I'm going to put some blue here. Oh, that's way too dark. Oh, let's just take some of that pigment away by adding some water. And now let's make purple out of the blue and the red. Put a little bit more red in there. And some green. And I'm going to do a couple of these like that. Two. So just some loose watercolor, and I normally would make this a little wet and float the color in, but this surface area is so small that we can just do the things. So we have green, blue, purple, red, orange. And messed up. There's going to be a lot of yellow on this one. Okay, let's do another one. I'm going to actually put purple on here now. You're making altar playing cards. Very fun. Just watching. All my crafts are packed as we'll be moving soon. I'm in withdrawal, I bet. You did you not keep anything out, Nance? Because that's tough, right? So, but even sometimes, or even maybe go and grab yourself a kit. So as long as you have your like paper trimmer and basic tools, that maybe this is a perfect time to just get a little class kit that you could play with. And sorry, that was very familiar. Did you like that when I just called you Nance? Just watercolor and paper. Did you like that? That I was just like, you know, hey, Nance. I'm sure you're like, wow, Vic. Funny. Well, if you've hung out with me long enough, that should not surprise you that I just called you Nance. Vicky's a wacko. And we all know it. See, the more you do them, sometimes the looser they get and it becomes very fun. Just control the amount of water you're using. Let it bleed in, tap those colors in. That's why we love you, right? Thank you. And how are you, Jennifer Gallagher? How are you, Jen? But that I just like, hey, Nance. Crazy lady named Vicky Booten. So the weather's supposed to be nice here tomorrow. And I'm trying to decide if I'm going to take the day off and hang out with my husband by the pool after golf, because he will be getting up and golfing, or if I will work. I don't know yet, but I am working all day. I lost the green. Did you guys see where I put it? I don't know where I put it. this will work. I'll be working all day on Sunday, right? So how to store and organize stamps oh, there's some side convo going on. Hi, B. How are you, friend? I've been watching you on my TV for a while, but decided to pull out my phone and chat. I love your personality. Thank you, Nancy. I am a little bit of a wacko. 115 in Arizona. That's freaking crazy. Oh my goodness. Of course. Yes, of course. After golfing. Yeah. He is taking, Rich is taking Fridays off for the summer. And he gets up and goes at the crack of dawn golfing. And then I'm like, seriously? Like all weekend? What's this dealio? And he's like, yeah, but I'm home early enough. It's not a big deal. I'll be home. So I'm like, whatever. I don't care. You know, after you've been married for, oops, I did green already. A number of years, you're like, whatever, go golf. See you when you get home. So that's what the dealio has been. So he will go golfing. Devin works tomorrow. So I might get a little bit of her time. She'll be home soon. And we'll see if she comes down to say hi because she had a ton of fun last week. Thank you, friends, because you really, she enjoyed that. She said to me after, she goes, that was so much fun. I know why you do those. Those ladies are so nice. And guys. And I said, they are. We have a really good time. We have a very, very special community here. And I'm glad you came and did that because I'm sure they enjoyed spending the time with you as much as you did with them, Debbie Devs. So that was nice. So thank you very much, my friends, for making her realize that we're cool. Just because we're not young and hip, we're still cool. We're fun to be around. Okay, I'm going to do one more. I'm going to touch up a little bit of the color now that the pigment's dried a bit. And let's make something. She's sweet. She's good. We went today to the oral surgeon because Debbie has to get her wisdom teeth out. So we went for the consult. Poor guy, because he's telling, and I'm like, yeah, I worked in dental, so I get it. We're good. You don't have to convince us that she needs her wisdom teeth out. She needs her wisdom teeth out. Right? So I'm like, yes, you don't need them. As we've evolved, our jaws are not, we do not require the wisdom teeth anymore. So I'm like, one, and they're too far back for people to keep really clean and can cause lots of problems. So yes, let's take them out before it's a problem for her. And then she has to get all of her paperwork started. Oh my goodness, it's so freaking me out for university. Well, college. She's going in, following her mother's footsteps. And she's going in for dental hygiene, working in the dental field. So she's got to get all her paperwork and stuff done. And she's freaking out about that because you have to get for school it's crazy, but police check. So she's like, what is that all about? Like, it's all good, Dev. I'll help you with all that. Hi, Shelly. Love this stamp set. Off topic a bit, but what is the name of the garden center nursery where I got my flowers? It is called The Watering Can, and it's in Jordan. So right outside Grimsby, I think, right? Grimsby, Beamsville. It'll be closer to Beamsville. I love it. Great family-owned nursery. It's, you know, when I post my Christmas urns and such, I do all of them there. So it is a great place. They have a cafe. You can go and you can have food there, and then beautiful, beautiful plants. So yes, totally, totally love the Watering Can. Shelly, it would be worth a trip one day to come down. You would really enjoy that. It is a very beautiful garden center, family-owned garden center. Yours never came in. I had my wisdom teeth out too, as my mouth was too small. Yeah, as I'm sure at some point, as we have evolved, we might have even had like another set of teeth beyond the wisdom teeth, right? They're number 8s in the Canadian dental world. So they're like your 1/8, your 2/8, your 3/8, or your 4/8s, and we don't need them. So, and you will find that it's just a good idea to get them out, because they could start moving at any age. Like where you're like, oh, I don't have my wisdom teeth. And then a week later, you're like, guess what? I should never have mentioned it, because guess what started to erupt? My wisdom teeth. Or some people don't even develop them, right? Can cause issues with your sinuses. So anyway, I'm like, let's just go. And hers are actually bothering her. Hers are starting to erupt, but there's not enough space for them to come in. So I'm like, let's go get them out. It's a rite of passage. I had mine out, your brother. Let's see, when I tape you, when you're coming out of recovery, if you say anything crazy, start petting the invisible cat, whatever craziness you're going to do. So it will be good. Just get it done, right? Just get it done. I said, that's your birthday present when I saw the bill. I'm like, insurance is only covering part of it, friend. Okay, I love those. Aren't they pretty? Okay, thanks so much. You are a fountain of info tonight. I'm on fire, right? You have to record her when she's all whacked out. Yeah. It'll be funny. The old truck in front is so awesome. It's a beautiful, beautiful shop. So that day I went and then I posted that, oh, the plants are all on 30% off. And then they went all 50% off that weekend. So because they're putting a whole patio out front with food, because, oh my goodness, they're baked goods and it's very nice. It's just a really nice, oh, I think they're going to do weddings and stuff there too, in the front. So it's fun. And when I was talking to the owner, she was saying, which I love for their employees, when we were on lockdown, they put like a little school in so the kids could do their online learning in one of the greenhouses. And they hired early childhood educator, ECE. Yeah, it was pretty awesome. Oh, there's Rich Booten. So what was the story about the guy getting the hole-in-one? I said it was on a par 7, and he's shaking his head.
Par 3, 200 yards.
200-yard hole-in-one par 3.
Not by me.
Not by Rich Booten. But you must have. You ever had a hole-in-one? No. You hear him? No. So
just wanted to let you know that the rat didn't come out to swim with me.
Rich was in the pool last night, and I'm pretty sure a rat went right past him. It was some kind of rodent, but we live across from a wooded area. I said, I'm sure there's stuff out there we don't want to know that's out there. But I don't live in Texas or anything where like there's snakes and vipers and wombats and whatever else you guys have, right? So yay, love this. So I'm going to say this is enough for tonight. I have one more idea that I would have done, but I think because I'm crazy and I need to rein it in sometimes. So I'll show you the other thing I would have done quickly. My favorite thing. So I'll show you so you guys could still carry on and do this if you wanted to, but I'm trying to be smart and rein it in a little tonight. This is the other thing you could have done, and I will do maybe next week. You could have also done that fun thing we like to do with the art crayons. And we just wet them, and you can stamp this, right? This purple's very light, so I don't know if it will show up, but we'll try. Right? Missed. This is just on the back of one of my ready-made backgrounds because it's still sitting out here from last week's class. Right, friends? Look how pretty these would be. So this would be another fun thing that we could do with the crayons. And the stamped images is we could have some very loose watercolor. I love this. You know, if you're like, I love the idea of coloring, I don't have the patience for it, but you want a really fun effect. This is why I love the art crayons, because look at what you can get, right? Out of one application. Oh, look, that's like for my American friends. My American friends, look, it looks like what's coming up. What day do you have that? Is it July 4th? Is that ours is the 1st, Canada Day, right? It's July 1st. And I think Independence Day is the 4th, right? So look, you could do like a fun little project. And now look how it bled, because this paper isn't Foundations paper. So that was kind of magical. I just had that fun discovery that when you put it on a more porous cardstock, look it, or stamp it on watercolor paper. But there is another thing we will do with this stamp set. But for tonight, I'm trying to rein it in and not be a cray-cray. Yes, July 4th. Merca, right? My American friends. And always remembering that I live right on the border here, right? So I am on the border of Niagara Falls, Ontario with Niagara Falls, New York. So I go over the river, is what we call it, go over the river, because we literally go over Niagara River, Niagara Falls, to go to the US of A, but not now. Since we've been in COVID world, I don't go anywhere. So at one point I did. Texas was has just wood roaches big enough to be rats. I say no thank you. Denied. No. Libby, if you've been to Niagara Falls so many times, do you know that you were literally 15 minutes away from me? Did you know that, Libby? 15 minutes away from me. Right? Isn't that crazy? So guess what I'm going to do, friends? Let's make this as easy as possible. So this will work, but because I can't go in very deep, I have to cut them out and then punch them out. So I just have to make sure I can access that. And we're going to do some fun things now, but we had to do the work first. And now that the works are done, let's do the fun things. So I am going to go in there. Perfect. And that was done with intention. When this stamp set was made, I'm like, make sure that anything that's a circle will fit in a circle punch. It was long before I knew you. So we may have like passed each other in Niagara Falls, Libby, and you wouldn't have even known. You'd have been like, who is that crazy woman? And it would have been me. I'm going to Utica, New York in July. How close is that to you, Utica? I think it's pretty far. Closer than you were before, but Utica, I'm sure I've driven through that. Like, I think, would I go to stock car races in Utica? Why do I feel like, is that Finger Lakes area, Utica? Because I've been there before with my crazy racing loving dirt track husband, who's like, oh, honey, we're going to go on this awesome trip. I planned this idea because I know you like to go to TJ Maxx looking for Ray Dunn and all these things. So let's go for this car ride and it's going to be fun. And then guess what we go do other than TJ Maxx? I go and watch stock car races. So he's like, oh, and we'll go to, where's the other place that is a big dirt track in the Finger Lakes area, but has the best hiking path with all these waterfalls. Oh, what is it called? If he was still down here, he'd yell it at me. I'll cut it into strips too, but this is working just fine too. Here, I'll make you happy. What is the place called that we go to? He tricks me all the time with that kind of stuff where he acts like, oh, I'm so thoughtful. Look at the fun thing we're going to do. And there's always an ulterior motive. And Watkins Glen, thank you. Freaking love Watkins Glen. We go there often too, because if you've never been, oh my goodness, it is all waterfalls. but it's the best walking path ever because it's all very carved and stoned, and oh, it's beautiful. Watkins Glen, love it. We don't go for the racing, but we do go for the hiking. I'm laughing so hard, just like a man, right? Oh my goodness. He is. And I laughed because the last time we went, and Marlene, you would appreciate this. I think it was Brent Hearn. Is that, he's older dude, right? So he's somebody I just had remembered that my dad liked, this stock car racer. So he was walking through the stands, and I went down to get my picture taken with him because I thought my dad would like, look, Dad, I listen to you when you talk. And I know you like this dude. And this lady tried to butt in front of me, and I had to push her out of the way because I'm like, hey, dude, I was here first. I'm getting my picture taken with this racer dude who she's like, oh my gosh, I'm a huge fan. And I'm like, I just know my dad likes this guy. So we both got our pictures, but I'm like, don't push me out of the way, Rudy McRuderson. What is this brand of circle punch, Rebecca? It is a Fiskars squeeze punch. I think they still sell them, but this is, I used to work for Fiskars. You say it like a pirate. It's not Fiskars, it's Fiskar. And when I was working for them, these came out, and it was great for anybody who has dexterity issues because you just line it up. The only thing, if you're noticing, because my foundations paper is very thick, so the lever and the cutting edge, like it works down here. So I always hold the other end to make sure I am not making the punch do this, right? Because you can make the dies not line up. So just be careful that you don't force things that are a little too thick in there. So I will do that, right? And punch that out. Watkins Glen isn't too far from Syracuse. I've been to Syracuse, New York, Teresa. So next time I go there, I'll let you know and you can meet me. My husband travels to Niagara for work. I want to hitch a ride next time and visit you. I would love that. But yes, I live like I'm in St. Catharines, it's called. And when you're going to Toronto and you would come through from the Lewiston, a lot of my American friends, if they're coming over here, that's the bridge you would take is Lewiston. Do you want the funniest thing ever? So I was on the bridge going over to Niagara Falls, New York. So there's like Buffalo, Niagara Falls, New York, and Lewiston. Those are the three bridges people would come across. There's another one that's in Niagara Falls, but it's only if you have a fast pass, like, or whatever, the not fast pass. It's not Disney. But the thing where you don't have to show your ID and all that kind of stuff, whatever the heck that thing's called. But I was on the bridge going to Niagara Falls, going into the American side, and I look over on the Canadian side, and there's a scrapbooker named Jen. Oh my goodness, I just forgot her last name. Jen Starr. And I look across, and I had no clue she was coming to Canada, but I look across, and it's one car length ahead of me, but coming into Canada, and I'm going into the US. And who is there is Jen Starr and her family. And you know me, I yell like I'm leaning out the car window, Jen Starr, yelling at her. And we laughed so hard because, like, what are the odds of that? But I am that person. Anywhere I go, I'm going to notice if there's somebody there that I know. Like we were in the Toronto airport, and I look up and I'm like, oh my goodness, that's Weird Al Yankovic, whatever, however you say his last name. And I was with Catherine, and she's like, I don't think so. I'm like, Catherine, it is. I just know it is. And we look it up, and wasn't he just doing a concert date in Toronto? So I was like, hey, talking to Weird Al. Isn't that funny? Fort Erie Bridge 2. Well, Fort Erie's Buffalo, right? Fort Erie is Buffalo. I just was called Rainbow, right? Is that Rainbow Bridge, or is that whatever? But yes, that's the one I was referring to, Marlene, is Buffalo. And that's the one I would take if I was going to the airport. But if I'm going shopping, it's usually way faster to go across Niagara Falls. But any of you guys that would be coming into Canada, your GPS would probably take you to the Lewiston Bridge. So just fun little fact, if you go further up the road, you can come over on the Rainbow. I always mix them up. The bridge in the falls, and you can see the Niagara Falls from the bridge. So it's a cool thing. Okay, let's see. What are we going to make with these things with no sentiment just yet? Remember, because I didn't think that far ahead. I'm crazy, Teresa, but I'm glad that you have fun. I have fun too. But yeah, I was leaning out my car. I didn't get pulled in or anything because I was a wacko. Jen Star. And she's like, oh my gosh, Vicky. I'm like, I know. So crazy. Look at our piles of magic. And this is why, friends, if you are not on the stamping train yet, you need to get on the stamping and stencil train, because it's a little bit of time it takes, but look at the art you just made. Well, I just made, maybe you made it, but we can pretend maybe you made it, maybe you didn't. I'm going to make some of these a little bit more red, but I love that stamp art. All of the pretty is done for you, and just learning a few things like what kind of ink to use, how to color them. And you don't have to be a card maker to love stamps. Well, you will be like me and become like, I joke all the time that I'm like, look at me now, I'm a card maker. But I just tell you that I love that. And these stamps are very inexpensive because they're not like the high quality polymer stamps, but it's okay because the art is still pretty, right? And then definitely that's when if you love this, go and invest in a good set of like flower stamps. But stamps, it's where it's at. Stamps are where it's at. I really, really believe that. I love all the beautiful art you can make, and you feel like a Picasso, and you don't have to have a ton of art skill. You're just using the pretty stamps. But we needed to pump that these colors up before I'll use these. And the whole key is let the bottom layer of pigment dry with watercolor. To create depth, you need to dry between the layers. Okay, that's your golden nugget with watercolor. Anything that you're doing with like a wet, translucent medium, you cannot build the depth of that color by layering wet on wet. You would need to let the bottom layer dry, and then you can go in, unless they're incredibly pigmented watercolor, and then you could do a little bit of that. But for what we're doing here with the art crayons, it definitely is a good idea to let that bottom layer of pigment dry, and then you can just go in and drop in a little bit more color. And see, some of them don't have enough variation. They look tonally very much the same, especially I think that green and the yellow, because this green is more of a yellow green. So I'm just putting a little bit more pigment so it looks like a color wheel-ish, color wheel-ish. And that's just a little chunk of art crayon on there. Just tapping it in, tapping it in. Hello, good day from Australia. How are you? Where do you live in Australia? DC Creations. First time I use the stamp tonight. They're wonderful. I'm glad you like them, Cheryl. I love stamps. Seriously, stamps that I buy, every single one. Forgot to ask what you forget to ask. She used a 2-inch punch. Yes. And I also have the 1.5 because I have an idea. So I was just going to say something. I totally forgot. Doesn't take much for me to forget what we're talking about. I love it. And is it Tolly? Is that how I say your name? That you turned your mom into a Vicky Boutin fan. I love, love, love it. And I just put, just so you know, my very wet paper towel on my whole stack of cards, because that is how I roll. Ding dong. I'm here in Geelong, Victoria. I love it. I'm so happy to see the pretty circles you're making. Could you put a slit in each one and make a paper chain? Sure you could. Phyllis, you could do whatever you want, right? We could make flowers out of these. There's lots of things that we could do. You know, we'll revisit this stamp set multiple times. See, because here's the whole thing is like a new collection's coming out soon. I am going to have to start working with that. And we still have so much fun that we can be having with color studies. So this one won't go away too fast. I'll still be using it because I love, love, love it. But yeah, it's going to. That's what happens, right? That's why I'm like, don't wait. When you see the new collections coming out, if you love Paige's new collection that will be coming out as well this week. Who else? I think there's a new one from Crate. No, not, yeah, Crate Paper. Don't wait. Get the things. I love that. Do you see now just popping those colors up a little bit? I'm going to let it dry. So let's set these aside to let those dry. Totally, totally love that. Right? Just kind of loose watercolor. They're fun. I could see a whole layout with those running up the back. So let's check something out because I had an idea. So let's see if I can do it. So things that we could do with this. Oh, I should have left one black one. Oh, there is one black one left. So let's punch that out. It's like, see, it was meant to be. It was meant to be. So we could cut slits of each of these colors and fill it. You could do that, right? And layer, like pop up a couple colors. I think that would be fun. So that's an idea. The other idea I thought would be fun too is take, and if I can fit it, I might have to cut it. Hello, Jen Backler. How are you? And cut the middle of this out. So I'm going to have to cut into it. So I can access the center. And then we could layer this on top of another color like this. I thought that would be fun, right? So line it up. And pop that up. Don't you think that is fun? Just got to make sure because that wasn't totally centered. Look, I like that. That's happening. So let's look. I have to fill my photo corner, my pop dot stuff. You could do lots of things, right? Natalie, yes. So friends, you know the law. Ooh, look at, what did I get? Don't do that. Clean your hands. Look at, I just got green all over that. Dingling Vicky. So yes, when my new collection comes out, my new Lollapalooza for my friends that live in Australia and in New Zealand, I know Michelle and Natalie already got their orders in. So if you guys, when that kit goes up for sale and you're in Australia or New Zealand and you're going to be like, I want in on it. How do I get in on it? Both of them put their orders in as soon as they knew the new collection was coming out. So for anybody here who's going to want to partake, that I can't share all the details just yet, but I will be. So let's line that up. Sorry, friends, I need to get my head in here so I can make sure. That definitely wasn't centered, but it looks kind of fun. You could put a brad in the middle. We could stamp another one of the images. You could put a, oh yes, you could make spinner out of it, couldn't you? With the brad in the middle. So I could just make sure that lines up. So can I tell you a show that I watched? I think it was on Netflix. That is an old show, but I absolutely freaking loved it. Was something Ripper. What was it? Do you guys know? It was based in England and kind of was like based around Jack the Ripper. Freaking loved that show. Let's do a pink one. Yes, let's do the pink one. So I'm going to try to center this better. Oh, these are fun too. Like, look, you could do something with that too. So this would be great if you had steel rule dies because you could center exactly where you need. I'm going to find, oh, I have a 1 inch too. Let's see what we can do with that. How deep can I get this one to go in? Can I get, oh, yep, this one will work really well. So I'm offsetting this one and I'm punching. Ripper Street. Oh my goodness. Did you guys watch it? Did you watch it, Dawn? I'm so sad because I'm done now. And I loved it so much. I can't even tell you how good that show was. Freaking awesome. Loved the characters, cried, loved it. Excellent, excellent, excellent show. And I just finished it and I might go back and watch it all again. I liked it that much. I liked it that freaking much. Okay, this is a little hard to line up. Ooh, look at, did I do it? Yes. Burp, burp. How fun is that gonna be? I love it. And I could put this one, I could put 3 deep, couldn't I? Cut like a different color in the middle. So this one is a little too offset. I'm not going to lie. I don't love that. But that was just kind of an idea I had, right? And we can take that and do something on a card, right? Great, I think, for a layout background too. I'm going to go with a smaller one. Let's do another one because I feel like I'm going to do 3 on here. Just added to my watch list. It is so good. And there's 5 seasons. And what would Vicky do? Is again what is WDVS? I don't know what that is. The show is good. Who else watched it? Just finished Friday Night Lights. So good. I haven't watched that one, but I love that Ripper Street with I love that. Look, it looks like a lifesaver. You could totally do that in like a pool layout, right? It looks like a lifesaver or a floaty. But I loved it. Love that show. I want to know who else, what's it on? I think it was Netflix, Libby. I think it was Netflix and loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. I love the characters on that show. I just thoroughly enjoyed it. So I know I want that one. Do we want a blue? What other color? So let's put our 3 colors on here. And then let's find the other teal. And maybe the purple. Okay, and I'm going to go in with the 1 inch. And I'm going to center one exactly in the center-ish. And then I'm going to offset one. I'm going to offset the turquoise. Ugh. And then these totally can be used. We're going to do something with these too. We'll do something with these too. Okay. Yes, I want to know if anybody else watched that with me. Have they seen it? It's old, right? What did Don? We started the I love Marvelous Miss Maisel. It's so good, Don. I put the lifesaver over a black and then the center. Yes, that would be fun. You could totally do any of those things, right? Look how pretty that is. And you could pop that up and then put a gem in it. You could offset them to layer them. But circle stamps are one of my favoriteest things. Like there is so much you can do with a set of circle stamps. So I already know that what I'm doing tonight, I'm totally going to be making a layout out of this. I love her clothes. The wardrobe on that show is phenomenal. The acting is, what does Vicky say? I love it, Renee. Oh my goodness, so good. Her clothes. Yes. And that's the other reason I absolutely love, what was the chess one? Oh my goodness. And I did not think I would like that show. What was the chess one? Love the costuming in that chess movie. Was it a movie or was it was a series too, wasn't it? Was it a series or a movie? You guys know the one I'm talking about, right? Where the girl who was the chess champion. Absolutely. I loved that Gambit. Yes. Queen's Gambit. Oh my goodness. That freaking show was phenomenal. Oh, I want more like that. But if you guys have followed me for a while, you will know that I absolutely love anything that is like werewolf, vampire. And I love, love, love kind of mystery detective stuff too. What was the one where it's one of the series where it's the beginning of the FBI, not the FBI, what do you call it? CSI. So they go and they interview a whole bunch of serial killers. That show was really good too, and it got discontinued. It got, what do you call that? Canceled. What was that one? Did you guys? Somebody out there will know what I'm talking about. But so it gives you an idea of the movies or shows I love to watch, because I need a new one now. I need a new one. But yes, I finished Ripper Street and absolutely adored it. Like, oh, freaking good show, man. Isn't that fun, friends? And then we totally could put, so that's going to be kind of the pattern for this card. And then I'll put a sentiment on there. And I love it. And then I'm still going to embellish it. But let's decide how I want that to go. And I have this thing with, it has to be odd numbers. So I'm going to do like that. I think my card will go that way. So this is going to be the base of my card. I'll put some rhinestones in there and some kind of sentiment, but I like this. I'm just going to go with that. Because we just have to make some things, right? My husband is just now watching Elementary with me. I like that show. That's a good one. Watch The Blacklist. I've watched that one. Fleabag is amazing. I haven't watched, you know which one I loved on, is it on Prime? What's the one where the guy's the con artist? And it's the guy who was like Lisa Kudrow's brother on Friends. And his Italian name, I think. What was that show? That was freaking awesome. And it's a person's name. Oh, Miss Fletcher's Fisher is fabulous. I'll have to watch that. Enola Holmes. I loved that. That was excellent. I loved that. Vicky, you would like Big Sky. I'll have to see that one. I'm in Mississauga and you can probably get it on demand if you have cable. Sneaky Pete, that show was freaking awesome. We loved that one. We loved Sneaky Pete. Yes, I'm going to pop that one up. We loved that. That was good. That one was good. Oh. Sneaky Pete was very good. Anybody watch that one? And I think, what was the other one with the teenager who is autistic? What is that one? Something atypical. Have you guys watched that one? That's freaking awesome too. And I think the final season is coming. That is a good show. We love that one. Between Netflix and Prime, I have two during COVID times. We also got Crave, but one of the ones I just watched was on Crave. Ooh, I just watched some other show that was a brand new one. And did you guys watch Sweet Tooth? I just finished that one too, because I start a series, and remember, I don't go to bed. I will stay up till 4 a.m. and I end up watching a whole series because I'm working for hours, and I will put Netflix or whatever on, and then I watch like an entire series. And I just watched Sweet Tooth. I loved that. Oh, the makeup was excellent in that, where the kids, it's a new one, and these babies are born part animal and part human. Yes, Sweet Tooth. I loved that one. Mosquito Coast. I'll have to check that one out. Just started Sweet Tooth. Yeah, I finished it already. There's a whole thing as I just look at. What do you think, friends? I love that. And this needs to go on a layout. Like this has to go on a layout. That will be coming, because I love anything with circles. So I will fit my sentiment on there. Remember, I don't have sentiments out tonight, but I love that. Very happy with that. So let's use some of these on something else. I love it. So there's one card. Started. It isn't horror, but real life scary. Succession is amazing. I'll have to write that one down. I'm never going to remember all these shows. Just come back and watch it. Or maybe we'll post something. Watch Good Girls. I don't know if I wonder if I watch that, but I've watched a lot of shows. But I have to say, what's the other one that we like? I think you watched with me too, Angie, Broadchurch. Oh, I love that. I love any shows like that. Like, I absolutely love them. Me and my daughter just watched all of the episodes of Sweet Tooth. Yeah, I watched the whole thing. I liked it. It was good. I'm excited to see more. I think it was Netflix. I think Sweet Tooth was Netflix, wasn't it? Or is it Prime? I don't know. House was good. Yeah, I love that one. I watched that when it was on TV. I loved that show. Like, that will make some pretty artwork. The background of those stamps. Love it. Pretty Little Liars. Devin watched that one. Did you? Yes, I am finishing Lucifer, and I agree. It's kind of off the rails. It's jumping the shark a little bit. This one, I'm not enjoying it as much as I did before. Rich is into Ozarks, and those shows I don't love. I'll just tell you that. I have a hard time with watching shows where everything is just it's different when it's murder and people are just dying. It's different. But when it's these shows where it's like people can't catch a break and everything just gets worse and worse and worse as the series goes on, I will start them and then I can't finish. So he loves Ozarks. I can't anymore. It makes me sad. It's the same with Ballers, because I'm in love with The Rock, but I'm having a very hard time with whatever season we're on, because I'm like, come on, can't this guy catch a break? So I have a hard time with that, right? Can you show us a card again? Yes, I'll show you all of the things as I go. So there. The Alienist, I watched all of that too, Lola Falula. I watched all of that too. I loved it. But yes, I'm having a hard time with Ozarks. I don't know if anybody else feels like that. I have a hard time with those. What size circle punch? 2-inch. It fits perfectly. Dr. Foster. I'll have to see what that is. And there's a new one, a Canadian one called The Coroner. I watched that and loved that. That was good. Okay, so now this background I think will be fun for the color wheels, right? And I'm just going to do it like this. Very linear for this one. And I will pop these up and then just turning them so the pattern is different. That way, and then maybe this way. But I got to watch what colors I did where. So we'll center one. And then I just got to figure out where the center is. I love that. Fun, right? So let's do that. Yeah, Virgin River. I loved the first one. I did not like the second one. I love The Flight Attendant. I've watched all of that already. Another great idea for card. Color pops on the background. Colors pop on the Vampire Diaries. Yes, and I would rewatch that one. I like that. Devin's home. Her boyfriend picked her up tonight, so I don't know if she'll talk to us tonight. You know, we can't think we're that important that she would come and talk to us 2 nights, 2 Fridays in a row. I take what I can get. I take what I can get, my friends. Maybe right in yellow. But it has to be perfectly centered or I'm going to have a hard time with that. You're going to laugh, but I feel like I need a ruler for this one. I would like another Enola, whatever one. I can't watch A Walking Dead anymore. I could 100%, Chris, I had to give it up because I'm like, I get that my characters are going to die, but I felt like I was losing a friend every week. I couldn't do it. And it wasn't even the violence of it, right? It was, even though it was a lot, but for me, it was that I'm like, okay, come on already. Like, I can't lose a friend every week. So half of 5.5 would be 2 3/4, right? I feel like I'm right in there. That one looks pretty centered. So let's kind of do that. We'll pop that guy up. Yeah, there was no up and that, like, nobody could get ahead. And I find I can't do it. And I get it. They're in zombie world and no, maybe nobody can get ahead there. But I was like, okay, I can't handle all this loss every week. I'm like, freaking, it was too much. So I had to give up. I was done. And I loved that show. I freaking loved The Walking Dead. I couldn't do it anymore. It was like, it's too much. Although my husband loves it, right? The Walking Dead, he loves it, but he doesn't care if every character dies. Cause I'm like, you are like cold-hearted, man. He did not care. Whereas me, I'm like, okay, I'm done. I was done. So, but yes, that is like, I love Ballers, like really enjoy it, but a lot of it's funny, right? But now I don't know what season we're on, and it is like, I'm like, come on, this guy is not this stupid. So I was getting a little disappointed. I won't give up because it is The Rock after all, and I can't give up on my boyfriend, but I am going to have to I had to take a break because I'm like, okay, this is making me mad. I stuck it out with Walking Dead and it picked back up. I love Negan's character arc. I'll watch it again. I don't even know. Can we get that? Like, are we on updated seasons yet? Oops, sorry, Janice. I didn't mean to put your comment up there. I was just trying to move my comments up. So I will unclick you. Janice is like, oh my goodness, you just popped me up on the screen. Yes, I can't watch Ozark. That's the show Rich always wants me to come up and watch with him. And I don't know. Although I'm not really invested in the characters. They're not really likable, are they? Except for the girl, the blonde girl. She's likable. But they're not really likable humans. You kind of don't like them at all. Not that color. Like that. Yeah, maybe that will work. I don't know. It does not look even. This one's up. That needs to come up a bit more. So even though I glued it, I'm moving it because I can tell it's not centered. Really. We're going to say that is. And I just muff that up a little bit, but it's all good. Better. I love this. This is my jam. Ruthie. Yeah, I like her. I love her sassy little self. Me too. I like her. So, and I love Jason Bateman. And like I told you guys, I listen to his podcast, right? Smartless. I actually was listening to that today because I had to turn the TV off because I can't get enough done when I watch Netflix because I watch TV too much. Right. And I'm like, okay, Vicky, you got work to do. You can't put Netflix on today. You can, I allowed myself to have a podcast on. So I was listening to that today and enjoying it. You like this, Karen? Karen is a card maker. So thank you. Well, and you know what too, is I like to show you guys ways to use the product because I know a lot of you are avid Vicky Bouton collectors, but I don't want you to just collect the things and not make anything with it, if that makes sense. So I'm still not too sure if that's super centered, but we're going to go with it. We'll just go with it. I like it though. I like it. Is anybody making tonight? Did you guys, anyone say that they are? Podcasts and audiobooks. Yes, and I need to do some audiobooks. I would like that, I think, Michelle. I think I would really enjoy that. I love information. So I would like that. That's why I'm really digging podcasts, and I'm going to have to listen to some more, find some more that I enjoy, because remember we talked about, like, there's ones that you guys will say like Brene Brown or whatever. And then remember, I'm not deep. I'm not into a lot of, like, so some things that maybe are like mainstream people like might not be my jam. So I need to find some stuff to listen to. I like it. I only like non-fiction books and audio. Why is that? Is it because it matters who is speaking? You know what I listen to and love for podcasts, and I told you guys this, is Dateline. Freaking love Dateline. It's my favorite. Trashy romance novels. Love it. Isn't that fun? So we have that one and this one. So same stamp, totally different look, right? Well, they're still color wheels, but love that. Now let's do the other thing that I was thinking of doing. I'm going to do that thing that I was thinking of doing. Your mind wanders. Well, listen, you can't like focus on those style. It needs to be more where you have to think for the nonfiction. I could see that. I think I would really enjoy nonfiction in a collector wand. I love it. So hopefully, though, I do show you things that encourage you to pull the stuff out and use the things. So I want to do one now where I'm going to paper piece some of these things in here. So let's cut this little green bit out. Let's see what that will look like to pop up some pieces in a different color. Oh, I like it so far. You can get audiobooks free through the library. I think we've talked about that before, haven't we, Julie? I think you told me that before. I love it. But I would like that because I don't like to work in total silence. But when you're just crafting for fun, totally can have the Netflix and all the things on. When you're actually working and you have a timeline, I don't find it helpful when I have the, what am I trying to say? When I have Netflix and whatever on, because I'm not getting any work done. I'm useless. So it doesn't work really well. Okay, this one I'm going to fake. Let's see if this is wide enough. I'll cut it a little bit wider, just in case. So I'm going to pop some up. I'm going to leave some flat. I would love this in a huge stencil. This in a big stencil. That might be something I'm going to design because I would use that as a mask. So I am looking at that going, we need that in a mask. So I have to, oops, I didn't want to pop that up. I have to remember that because I'm going to make that color wheel into a mask. Hi, Alice. How are you? Do you have an actual color wheel in your line? Yes. Yes. I think that there is in this paper line. Or do you mean like a color wheel like that you could use? Let's pop another piece up. I'm not going to cut the whole piece of this out, but I'm going to cut a portion of that out of one. Oh, that's what song's in my head. Genie in a Bottle. Don't know why, but it is. I'm a genie in a bottle. You gotta love me the right way. Why, friends, is Christina Aguilera's song in my head? What were we talking about tonight that would have made me my elevator music for the evening be a Genie in a Bottle by Christina Aguilera? Because that is what is in my head right now. And that is weird. I need a little drop of that color on here though, because it is not pigmented enough. So let's just fake it with a little water drop. If you wanna be with me, baby, that's a price to pay. I'm a genie in a bottle. Yeah, very weird. Very weird girl. Okay, let's let that soak for a second, and then I'm going to pick it up. Yes, I think that this would make a great stencil. So I am totally going to do a version of that. Natalie will probably write it down. She's very good with taking care of me, and she knows I require that. I require a handler at all times. Oops. Somebody who just helps me remember the things. If she's still here. But why is that song in my head? Like, I don't even understand where that came from. Genie in a Bottle. Were we talking about a genie in a bottle? Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I think a color wheel would be really awesome as a mask. And it would be very easy to just take patterns I have already designed and drop it into one. So I'm going to do that. So just so you know, guys, when I sent the stencil art out, the next round, not this one, will have the wave stencil in it. It's drawn. It just needed a little tweaking. So isn't that fun? It's going to be fun. So I'm going to do another little slice. I need to do a flat slice and one more pop. I'm going to cut 2 pieces out of that. You have to give up now, Sabine. Too late. Yes, it is 10:30, right? 10:30. Craziness. Yes, there's a new wave stencil. It will come out in a 6x9 and an 8x10 size, but it won't come out till the next release. So I did 10 for this one, and then the next one I will do that one. So I can do, oh no, I'll do another piece of turquoise right there, this piece. Very thin sliver of that, and that I will glue flat. And then pop another piece up in the blue. So then you just line up, like you got to find the lines. Line it up. Yes, Natalie will keep me on track. She is very good with that. Saying, hey, ding dong. Don't forget this. That is not very well lined up, but we'll just go with it. And then I'm going to take a blue piece right here. Let that one pop it up. Pop it up. Where did I just put that? There it is. And we will call it soon because I think that some of you are fading. And Vicky's probably going to fade too. I love that though. I wish I had some different colors. Oh, maybe purple. Purple. I'll do purple. Yes, maybe this whole solid piece instead. Pop it up. And I'm going to leave a little bit of the black showing. I love that though. Okay, let's figure out where, oh, look at, now we have a whole bunch of little Pac-Mans. So let's play with that and make some flowers out of them. Do, 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 do. Okay. Sorry, friends. Very focused. Very focused. But that could be fun too, right? Just cut some pieces out of it and then pop up some of the sections like that. I like that. Like it. Okay. So these we'll use for something else. So we have this card and this card. I probably won't do the flowers tonight, but you get where we're going. Let's figure out where we could use some of this. Oh, see? Like, look how fun that is. And then that. I'm going to show you. I'm going to finish that. Do, 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 do. Baby, baby, baby. Can't help it. It's in there now. It's in deep. That Christina, she got in there when I wasn't looking. And she is singing in my head right now. I'm going to start doing the dance moves. I'm a genie in a bottle. And sorry, because I'm sure somebody else out there now is like, thank you, Vicky. Because now that song is completely in my head. And you are so very welcome. So see what I'm going to do here. And let's see, I need a piece of green. Oh, look, it is Patty's favorite earworm. It is, it's in there. So Patty, you'd be very proud of me tonight. Well, one, guess what I went out and bought? I bought some salmon. So I'm going to try to cook salmon and see if I can like it, because I want to like it because it's good for you. I just find it's fishy fish. So I'm going to try some salmon. So what I'm doing now is we're going to cut out a couple of circles. This punch is very dull. Whoop, whoop. Throwing stuff now. That happens. Different sections of paper for different color. And I'll show you what I'm going to do. Okay, so these are going to be flowers. So I'm going to cut some stems. Just imagine. And whoop. And we're going to make some leaves out of a circle punch. Then you put it back in. And you make some little leavies. Ah. Do, 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 do. Yes, you can make all the things. Like, look at these, look like Tootsie Rolls. Like, you can make candy. So I'm going to do something with these too. But I want to make this bigger, this circle. So we'll make a circle in a circle. Is that what we did? No, why does that look wonk? Oh, I guess just because it's offset. I was going to just make a mess, but I can't. Oh, that's why it's too big. Oh, so I have something with these. Do something with that. But look, Vicky gets very easily distracted. And you guys mention one thing and I stop what I'm doing. Now you know what it's like working with me here. I don't know if Patty's still here. She might have left because really, right? The 12-hour-long Facebook Live. But you guys see where I'm going with this. Where did I punched a whole bunch. Oh, there. of green circles. Not for the faint of heart sometimes. It's finicky stuff, but worth it. Want one more? So yes, I want to love salmon, but I find it's super fishy. But I'm going to try it again. You're still here. So I went and bought salmon, and I'm going to try it. I'm not going to be a quitter. And I hope I'm wrong. Lollipops, that would be super fun. Anything that's circular shape, right? Just make the things, whatever makes you happy. Okay, so let's see now. So we have this one. That's going to be this way. I'm going to do something with that. We have this one. And I'm going to finish what I'm doing here and then surprise you with my scraps because I still love this too. Is there something I can do, just one with it? Is there one of these cards that the pattern would work well? Just one. Yeah. Nah. So no, I feel like I'm going to have to make a couple more of that. So that we're good. 3 cards will be good. So let's commit. And I'll show you how I'm going to finish this one up. I got my pieces. If you wanna be with me, baby, there's a price you pay. I watched the Friends reunion last night too, when I was up till 4:30. I'm a genie in a bottle. So needless to say, Patty, I'm never gonna lose any weight if I freaking end because I stayed up that late. Guess what I did? I ate foods because I was hungry because I don't go to bed at night. And then that makes me mad at myself. But I was good tonight, and when I'm done here, I will go to bed. But it's dumb. But you don't hear me complaining because the only person I can blame is myself when I do that, right? But I find it's really hard because I love when I'm in it and I'm making the things and I'm enjoying myself. I don't want to go to bed because I am in my creative zone, and I find that I can very easily stay up till 4 a.m. No problem. It's the next day that I suffer. But people will be like, aren't you tired? And I'm like, I will work. I am not tired at all. I will be up and I could stay up all night. No problem. It's just that my body's like, yeah, no, sucker. You need to go to sleep. Yeah, the little glue dot sheets. I have all of the things, right? I have all of the adhesives. I just am one of those that I just keep what I always use. It's crazy, but it's a true fact. So let's finish. I put a little green on the bottom for my little grass. And now, what did I have? The blue one down here, overlapping with the orange, like that. Okay, I think I like that, maybe. Like that. Let's decide, how do I want that one to go? Nope, kind of like that. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive in the middle of that. And then decide which ones are going to sit up and which ones are going to go flat. Okay, and then I'm going to have to put some little piece of Pop Dot. Yes, good night, Karen. That is a lot of tiredness when you're getting up that early. You know, they'll be here. I might still be here when you get back up in the morning, Karen. Because I'm a crazy lady. Hey, Mom, are you still out there or are you going to bed? My mother watches with us, right? But she also will be like, holy moly, Vicky, were you going to stay on all night tonight? And I'm going to be like, sometimes, Mama. Sometimes it happens. So we're going to do these little circle flowers that you might like and you might not. And that's okay. See, the whole key is they have to stand up high enough. Or it won't work. Do, 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 do. So again, friends, if you bought the Disney kit, don't forget it is this. If you're checking out because you're like, okay, Vicky, this is going on forever and you're leaving, that is fine, no problems. But just remember, Disney is this Friday. Yes, I do have script stencils actually, and 2 of the new stencils that I just drew that are coming out. There are 2 different scriptish styles in there in my handwriting that are coming. But yes, but here's the whole problem is just like with the mediums we were talking about tonight, that the stencils are always one and done. So some of you guys who have discovered me later, you will realize that if you did not get the stencils in the early days, they are gone. They do not keep like other companies where you would find my product could be a couple years old and you still could find it. Every single collection, the stencils come out. When they're sold out, they're gone. They're one and done. They make them once. Sometimes they'll print them twice, but they're gone. Okay, Mommy, I love you. I won't call you tonight. She is, see, my mother's saying she's going to bed. So that means, because I always call her when I get off of Friday Night Live, this one's just taking a little while tonight. Sorry. But I love you. I will talk to you tomorrow, Mama. Yeah, she is like, okay, and I'm out, crazy child. You're on too long tonight. You go for the ice cream when it's late. When you stay up too late, yeah. Oh, it's just stupidness. I'm going to cut a piece of that out. Yeah. So when I was up too late last night and then I ended up, I don't eat at nighttime now. But when you stay up a whole extra 8 hours, it makes it very hard not to eat because you're hungry. You know, like you should be in bed sleeping, and it's already breakfast and lunch because you stayed up so stinking late. So it's not a healthy thing. Okay, and one more. Do 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 do. And I'm going to double up some of these pop dots. I just cut them all into little tiny pieces. And then remember, friends, I really need to order, so I have to get on that, is sentiment dies. I want a whole bunch of sentiment dies. My friend Greta Hammond, who works with Queen and Company, and she was on last week. I don't know if you're out there, Greta. She has, remember when we got talking about the freaking, what are those things called? The covers for your vents, the vent covers. Had a whole lengthy conversation about vent covers that I thought you guys were making it up. Same with the donuts. And then Patty sent me a picture and I'm like, I know what a cruller Timbit is. I've had those before. I just forgot they were in there. Very hard not to eat when you're up too late. It is, because you're up and you are up for like another 5 hours. Like, think about it. If you stopped eating after supper, so say you have your supper at 6, 7, and you're up till 3, how can you not be hungry? Like, it makes it's very difficult. So I can't do it. I have to make better choices. And that means go to bed. That's what my better choice is. Okay, crazy lady, you can't stay up that late. There's nothing healthy about that. Where did Natalie get what card from? Vicky. She needs a break. She has been working hard behind the scenes. Who's that? Who needs a break? I've been working hard behind the scenes. Are you talking about me or my mother? I missed that whole conversation. That's why I've had a couple of people request me to do things for the month of August. And I'm like, I'm not doing anything in the month of August. I'm going to take August off because I need a break. I really, really, really need a break. The old butterfly stencil. Yes, fun. Still genie in a bottle, but it's what I do, right? Heavens go to Betsy, kangaroo. What? Oh, heavens go to Betsy, kangaroo. What? I missed that. Yikes, rare kangaroo. What happened with the kangaroo? Eat breakfast at noon for me so I can have lunch for dinner with Hubs. Then only eat dinner if I stay up late enough. I get it. Are your 4 jelly classes going to be 4 weeks in a row? Yes. And it's going to be probably like 8 jelly classes because there will be 2 a week. But yes, it will be in the month, well, 4 in a row, but it probably is not going to time-wise. It might go into August because like I'm running out of time. But I am looking forward to that one. I can't wait. Can't wait because that will be like the so I'm very much looking forward to that one. Okay, done with this part. There, isn't that fun? Look at the twirly whirly ones. Okay, let's put our leaves on. Then I'll have to trim these up a little bit. This is when I need the little glue we were talking about. I'm going to have to put an order in with Gina K. My lovely friend Gina. Because I did everything backwards, because it's how I do things. And I should have put the green bottom on after I put this on here, but I did not, so we'll fake it. Hopefully that's straight-ish. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Makes fun of your old lady talk all the time. What about the kangaroo? I don't know what you were saying there, Patty. I feel like I missed something, or I don't know what was happening. But you know I love you. I just was going with it. Everyone remember to hit the like button. Yes, thank you. And if you are on YouTube, for sure the thumbs up, please. Last week I got lots of thumbs down, but not surprised. It kind of went off the rails. Not lots, not really in the grand scheme of things. There weren't a lot of them, but there were some, and I was not surprised. I laughed with my mom. I'm like, ooh, I'm sure people weren't liking some of that. But we had a lot of fun, and it's all in good. It's all good-natured fun, right? One more stem for my flower garden. Yeah, thumbs up and like if you're on Facebook. Please make sure, if you haven't already, for the artist page, like and follow. There are two different things you can do on Facebook. So like and follow. And please join us as well on the Vicki Booten Creative Community page, the group page, because that is where, when you want to find a lot of information, like when kits are going for sale, I always post on there. When the new stencils arrive, I will post. I have some orders that I have to get out tomorrow. And don't forget that Sunday is I gotta look at it. Oh, I love that, friends. Look how cute. Sunday is the Disney class. If you signed up for access only, or if you bought the kit. If you've emailed me and I haven't responded yet, I will get on that. So don't worry, it's coming. And I will just send out the newsletter that has all the links in it for the instructions at the very latest tomorrow morning, because I will get on that unless I hear from you later than that, okay? Look how fun. I love this. So do you remember when Basic Gray was around? Do you guys, have you been around long enough to remember Basic Gray? Basic Gray used to do card classes, like card kits. And when they first started, designed quite a few of the card kits. Like I did a lot of the card kits for Basic Gray. And I would be given the exact same product, different collection every month. And I would have to make, I don't know, 10 or 12 cards out of literally a couple sheets of paper. So I was very good at paper piecing cards together, because I had to come up with stuff, right? Using pretty much the exact same stinking product, right? So as much as I say I'm not a card maker, I used to do those kits, the cards and the layout kits. Kelly Gorey did a bunch of them. I did all the card kits when it first started. I was the one who would do the stuff. And like I said, I'd have to come up with ideas that were using pretty much the same product every freaking month. So a lot of it would be like, okay, what kind of paper piecing can I do? Like, what can I make out of the circles or whatever. So I love this. This to me is very much old school Vicki. So look what we did here tonight, friends. To recap, I'm going to do more. Like something's going to happen with these. I'm going to stamp a whole other page, but I love these. Like, love them. Right? Pac-Man. Could do a whole bunch of Pac-Man. Do it 80s one. So I'm going to do something with these. We did these. So there's going to be centers on these flowers. But I love that. Right? And when you see sideways, my stickies aren't very sticky, but I double layered some of those. And then this was the first one where you could have just laid the circles, but like I want like some kind of sentiment that's going to roll in there. And then this guy, which is to me very mixed media-esque card, and you could do it whatever way. It's going to go this way for sure, but I love that. And I'll put something in the centers, maybe like a phrase off of each one of these, right? Like a sentiment off of each one. But 3 cards tonight, and I still have all of this magic that we could totally cut these out with the circle punch. If I don't feel like fussy cutting out, I love that. Like, look at that. Make a hole. You can make your own pattern freaking paper. So we could go in and like, look at how fun that could be, where you just punch a version of them out and you could have flower circles. Oh my goodness. This to me could be a whole Friday Night Live. This could be a whole Friday Night Live. Just that. Or I could get my 3/4 inch punch because this is going to be too big, right? Because if I get the 3/4 inch, it would fit just that. So I could punch circles of flower circles out, or even the part circle. See, like, look at, oh, I love that. Oh, look, how pretty is that? Like, I feel like we need one so I can show you. Oh, that could be magic. I have to remember this. I just had a whole idea. So friends, I feel like I would like to revisit what I just thought of for this. So imagine I want to do a whole background of the flowers and then do a whole layer of punched partial flowers all the way up it. Do you see what I'm talking about? Like, look how cool that could be. I got to remember that. Layout or art journal. I really want to start art journaling with you guys. I really feel like there's something that can be had from that you don't always have to be, I've got to get pictures on it. I really would like to get you guys there. Oh, and when I stock the store, friends, I ordered a whole bunch of the memory decks, pink ones and black ones, and all of the tools, so that we can get those in the store too. I'm going to flip the camera. So just a second here. Hi, how are you? That was fun, right? So lots of different ideas with that. I love this one. And I'll put centers in it. I'll get a tiny little circle punch. Just to give you an idea. Sorry. And we could pop the center up in the middle. Oh, I love it. And a gem or an enamel dot. So see, put like a yellow center, a green center, and then a dot. So just giving you different uses for the same stamp set. I love basic shapes. I love florals. I'm going to do something fun. I will finish these up, find sentiments to put on them, or even just handwrite a sentiment. And then I will post pictures of that. But that was fun. It was very relaxed. Any questions? Did I miss anything? I have all kit and caboodle for memory decks, but can I find it? Oh, you bought everything and you don't know where it is? Yeah, it's waiting for you to find it. It wants you to use it. Sequins would be fun. I love it. I'm going to miss you next week. Hockey game on. Yes. And Dora, yes. Is Dora here? Dora, I still have to mail you your prize. I haven't forgot about you. I'm going to get mailing together tomorrow. I have a couple different things to mail. And then, like I said, there is a whole plethora of stuff that's going to be posted on vickybooten.com. So make sure you're signed up for the newsletter. Just go to vickybooten.com. And when the little prompt box pops up, go ahead and put your info in there. I will let you know when I'm sending out a newsletter. There will be one going out for sure. One, maybe two next week, because I will send out a newsletter with the new product line. That's being released on Wednesday. I don't know if maybe I'll do an impromptu Facebook Live on Wednesday showing you all of the things. Maybe I'll do that on Wednesday. So be watching for that, okay? And have a great night. Have a great weekend. As always, thank you. Did you post the Simple Stories winners? Irene, no, I haven't done any of the things. Are you talking about from my class? I have a whole box of Simple Stories to give away, so I will do that. I'll do that. I have lots of things I need to do, right? But I am very tired. I'm very tired. So I'll do all the things. It's all there. It's just I'm slow with the things because again, one Vicky doing all the things. But have a great weekend. Thank you, as always, so much for joining me. Don't forget on Wednesday, the new collection will be released. I will share it on here on Facebook. I don't know about on YouTube, but it will also be on my Instagram. So we will see you guys later. And if you're doing the Disney class, I'll see you on Sunday and at 10 a.m. Eastern time. And weekend. And see, look at what is going on with that. Solo. I don't want that camera up there. Have a great weekend and get outside, get some fresh air, make something pretty this weekend, spend time with your friends, family, and we'll see you later on Wednesday. I think I'll end up doing some kind of impromptu live to share my new collection. I think that would be fun. So we'll see you guys later. Thank you. Go make those cards, post them, and make sure you tag me. I want to see what you're making. Have a great night, friends, and we'll see you later. There we go.